up, brother? How you doing this morning? Oh shit.
We have an audience. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. I hope so. No? Can't see that far?
With the ducks swimming in the pool.
Yeah. The Good Morning Mother. They heard it and they jumped in.
Oh, that's funny. Well, welcome back to Nestor and his ducks. If it's your first time watching, well, I guess it ain't fucking welcome back. And there's the level of the day. The first one. I think we made it like 2 minutes this time without me cussing. So, uh, but yeah, no. So if it's your first time here, then tune in, have some coffee, and this grow. That's really all I got for you guys. Uh, that's all I got. I figured out how to give you guys a little more energy. As I'm just too chill apparently, and I cuss too much.
That's funny, dude.
It is what it is.
That's
I'm a chill
funny.
person until I'm not, right? So
But hey, I think we all are. We all have that certain little moment that we just go, "Wah!" you know? Um, I know. Why does life do that, dude? It's funny. It does. It has a way of knowing, of pushing certain buttons. Just that. Just yeah. Why? Why does life do that?
I mean, I don't really know if that's a life thing. Life doesn't push the buttons; it's how you respond to it. And so it's it's a like all right. So tragedy shit happens. There was a I know you saw this. You probably I don't know if you saw it because I don't know if you watched the news, but there was a standoff on I-75 last week here in Myers.
The
And
guy with a machete?
no, no. This guy, he murdered his wife or girlfriend up in St. Petersburg, and they pit maneuvered him like right by the airport exit.
A barrage of bullets could be seen piercing the windshield of the suspect's gray pickup truck. Michael Spampinato filmed the standoff from his apartment. Police have not identified the suspect, who they say barricaded himself in his vehicle after he led police on a car chase. Investigators say the suspect shot and killed a mother of four before fleeing the scene. The video shows the exact moment the suspect was taken into custody. Police shut down part of I-75 for more than 2 hours. Police believe the shooting was an act of domestic violence and not a random act.
And freaking, I think he popped 3 shots at the police, and they unloaded into his vehicle. He lived somehow. He was in front of the judge on Friday, but yeah, you know, I'm sure his life had some experiences, but the way he responded to get him into that chain of events, like shit's gonna happen, but how you respond, somebody else can have that same batch of stimuli, fighting with their fucking spouse. Well, there's another one, fight with their spouse, their girlfriend, uh, having rough time at work, not being able to pay the bills, life's piling it on, and they respond entirely different. So it's not life. It's your ability to respond, not responsibility, side of the equation is how I look at it. Even this week, so I'm in here working my tail off, and um, freaking this guy starts clicking, and 3 years of work I can't get into right now. So like all of our podcasts, all of my designs, everything, and I'm like, I'm sitting there nodding, and I'm just like, all right, yeah, I'm livid, like to the point where I can't even see straight. I'm in the middle of a batch of ads, and I'm just like, all right, I pulled out a SD card, stuck it in, got back to work, and just kept on working. it's funny enough. My wife comes home, and the visit that she is on, she uses a transcription software. Actually, I'm using that today so we can have a have this transcribed. Um, but it didn't save. So she had to go back and think about all the stuff that she talked about on her home visit with her patient. And she's like flipping out because it didn't save and she lost all her work. And she's like, all right. And it's like, that sucks. And so I just let her do her thing. And freaking, I think like an hour later, I came back and you good? She's like, yeah, this just sucks. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah. I was like, I just lost 3 years of work, like literally to the day. Like it was the day after the 3 year anniversary of me posting the first logo. And she's like eating like we had Jersey Mike's that night. She's eating a sandwich and she like just stopped and she's like, I don't even know what I do. I was like, the only thing I can do is to keep going. It's like it's not gonna. I was like, that's not gonna change anything. I'll figure it out or I won't. But it's what's the other side of that coin? Meltdown, pissed off. Freaking go pick up a 12 pack and just not think about it for the next few hours. Like, what are we gonna do? And so, yeah, and I think that was the beginning of the 2 days where I sold like I don't know 20 shirts in 2 days or something like that, which is cool. That's kind of where we need to be at consistently to hit that first little goal, and it's starting to see that. So, I'll drink some coffee to that. So it's just how are you gonna respond? I guess is the big deal. I was like, life shitted on me. That shit just fucking happens. It does.
Yeah, it's not so much as what happens that I understand. That I understand. It's actually that's also an old Jim Rohn. That's just that's pretty much what he talked about. It's not what happens to you; it's how you respond.
No.
Always, yeah, always. It's how you respond. Um, the That part I understand completely, and it's just that when you present it upon other people and you understand them and you're showing them because now you see patterns. Now I see patterns. I see a lot of patterns, and I look at and it's just like, fuck, dude. Now I'm starting to see different things within the family and between timelines, like other similarities in other people's lives. You know what I mean? In people close to us. I just it's all, how can I say it? Yeah, it's just that's what it is. And when I notice the different similarities, when I notice these patterns, especially through mine, I see a that's when I start to, okay, example. I know when to shut the fuck up. I know when to, I guess it was basic sales. I know when to shut up. I know when to, and I just sit down and observe. I'm a fantastic observer. I chill and I look at the moment and I see exactly what's going on. And then I make my decisions, not here, not on that side. That side just goes, nope. And I'm like, wait. You don't understand. You don't see the bigger picture.
Hmm.
I need you to please just look past yourself. But I am not a selfish person. No, I need you not to be. It's not about that. I need you to just do me a favor, please. Just look back here, because when she decides to talk sometimes. She goes straight for the jugular, and going straight for the jugular is the button I was saying. And it's like, why are you doing this? And then I come around and I turn around because I can see a little bit past everything, and then I come out here and go, what the fuck? I don't understand. Why are there certain patterns? Why are there certain patterns? What needs to happen? And then I go, wait a moment. It's everything that I've ever wanted. It's literally, it's her response is 100% driven from me. I understood why, but I tried to explain it to her, and I tried to notice I say try. I don't say try anymore because every time I say try, it's a fail. You know, I continue to until I do. But that's, I continue to let her know. Fuck, dude. So now I'm gonna have my mom back again, and that's another issue. Gabby's gonna be going to school this whole next month. We've entered her month, or her she should be there. Her month. She's the month of August. She's a Leo. Her birthday's coming up. So is my mother's. It is going to be so much fun because she's been building up like a fucking time bomb. I can feel it. I can feel it. She's already told me, I don't want to be here when your mother's comes. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you anticipating such a fucking bum?
Oh, it's like that.
Oh, dude.
Take my hat off for this one.
So I have Gabby, literally yesterday was her last day at work. We had to, we're on this beautiful payment plan. I got 2 jobs that have both signed, just haven't paid yet. And I'm like, cool. So that's money in the bank. But these people are waiting for a payment for Gabby to start. And I'm thinking, fuck. I'm like, all right, no problem. We're going to wait. I talked to Gabby. I said, Gabby, I want you to know that we are doing everything possible. But I want you to understand everything is, whatever it is beyond my control. I wanted to make sure that one came across first, because I'm not saying it, I'm not projecting it. I told her, I said, I want you to understand that you may have to wait 6 months. Not by choice, not because I want to. But I'm letting you know right now. I said, number one, your car has an issue, right? I can't send you off with a fucked up car. And I can't give you mine unless I have something decent to drive in. And if your car is fucked up, that's not my fucking problem. I have no problem giving her my car, dude. I don't. You can have the key. I don't give a shit. Take the keys. It was only 20 grand. Please.
What's wrong with the car?
Her car right now has the start switch. I Googled it. I YouTubed it. I can do it. I started to take a look at how to fucking remove the molding. I'm thinking, I don't want that responsibility. I called my buddy for the shop. I'm like, I said, it's a start switch. She keeps draining she keeps draining. Excuse me?
Is it a tumbler?
It's not a tumbler. It's not a tumbler.
I didn't even know it was that bad.
Yeah. Well, I've seen 2. I saw a Dodge It's one of those bullshit minivan crossbreeds to a
Mm.
caravan type deal. I forgot what it was called. Anyway, a journey. That's what it
I
was.
see you're gonna say it, that freaking problem child of a monstrosity. Those things suck.
The Dodge Journey. That car. One of my close friends. He it's funny. Well, I just saw a picture of him. Maybe that's why I'm talking about it. It he was fucking trying to push. His like fucking car won't start, and I just bought it. And I'm like, what do you mean you just bought? And he goes, yeah, man. He was going through a rough time, and he just bought a fucking piece of shit car, and he wouldn't start, and then we noticed that it was the connection. There was a connection, like a relay in between the start that would that just was acting up. So, and that was a really expensive fix for him because he kept throwing like, "What's going on?" And I kept going back to the shops.
That,
Yeah,
it sucks.
yeah, that was an expensive fix for him. But then again, and then this time right now, well, it turns out for the past about a month or so, she's been telling me, Dad, my brake lights stay on. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I go out there and I'm like, no, they're okay. Like, huh. And then something else. And then that was draining her battery.
Mm.
You know, we didn't know. And then one day car wouldn't start. And I'm like, all right. And then I look at it and the battery was from 2021. I was like, yeah,
Oh, winning.
yeah, here we go. Here's the issue.
Bears want to
Oh,
make it like 2 years in Florida. That's why I said winning for
yeah.
people that don't know.
you know, Now I noticed that the battery was still good, dude, probably because it just got drained so much. You know what I mean? So it would have been a good battery. But yeah, it was time to change it. So I did it. I changed it. And then again, Dad, car won't start. And I'm like, why? I don't understand. What keeps draining the fucking battery, dude? So I put a connector on and blah, blah, blah. And I'm putting the connector on. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for it to pull charge. And it started drawing. Then I'm like, why are brake lights are draining a lot of fucking light, dude?
Mm.
And there's other things on in the car, and I'm like, what do you mean? There's a short to ground somewhere, dude.
So it's freaking staying
This
in like a
bitch,
second mode.
this bitch is hot.
That sucks.
This bitch is hot, dude. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Huh? And then I jiggled the fucking no, I didn't do that yet. I was like, bitch is hot. Raised the car, blah blah blah. Um, and then I noticed that it could have been a rat or a squirrel, had chewed through the positive wire on my battery terminal. It was coming, it was going through the chassis. And I'm like, there's a short. There we go. That would cause, and I'm like, that would cause everything. That would cause my speakers to rattle. I was like, okay, as I did. We fixed it right there real quick. I was hoping I didn't have to replace the whole thing. I found well, I'm an aircraft mechanic, so I found some fucking good shit to isolate it, and then fucking zip tied it, fucking clean it up. I was gonna wrap it up, and I was with Jose, and he's like, no, we'll just fucking zip tie it. I'm like, all right, cool. We zip tied it. Then anyway, so that shit worked for a couple of days, and then it died again, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on, dude? And then she came back, and then I noticed the lights were on again, and I'm like, fuck, dude. Started looking at the brakes pad, the brake switch. I'm taking a switch, removing it. No, I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't do this shit anymore. I'm like, what else? And then I come back and started the car, and then noticed that there was a slight wiggle in the whole fucking switch, and I'm like, and then I pulled it back out, and I just stuck my finger in there, and then I just pressed the start button, and I'm like, motherfucker, the start switch is fucked. The whole switch system is fucked. I I just fucking so these minis you can use your finger sometimes, and it'll short it.
Is that what she has? A mini?
Yeah. I gave it to her as a sweet 16, 15. Well,
Mhm.
when did I give it to her? I don't remember. When did I give it to her? No. Was it? She had just 16. When do they get licenses?
16.
All right, that's when she got it. She got it for Christmas. I gave it to her as a Christmas gift.
That's cool. That's really cool. Does your
Mm.
daughter have a boyfriend?
The who?
Does your daughter have a boyfriend?
No, or a girlfriend.
I was just remember my buddy's daughter was going to the school over here. Was it FGCU? And
Hmm.
she had a like a coolant link or something, and he couldn't fucking address it. And you were doing all the work over there, so I was curious if she had a boyfriend that was inept as well, but she doesn't. And it was like
No,
it was the most simple thing, is it was a freaking thermostat housing that was like two screws, plastic, buy it from AutoZone. It literally took me all of I think it took me longer to drive to the store to fucking change it. And he was like, "Man, what do I owe you for this?" And I was like, "Your kid's car broke down. Like, she works down the street. Like, she literally stopped by the house on her way home from work. She hung out with my wife for 30 minutes. Like, no, I'm not gonna make you pay me anything for that." And it just makes me think of the the decline of the male species in America. It was like you couldn't fucking open the hood and use your eyes. Oh, it's literally on top of the engine, right in front of everything, and you couldn't look at it like, oh, that's leaking. Take it off. Go to the store and get another one. It's it's a sad thing. I mean, even
my buddy Aaron. That's all he talks about is how there's a huge decline. Like pretty soon, dude, welders are going to be making $300 an hour. You
I
know,
guess I better start welding. Oh, fuck that.
it's. I'm just saying,
Oh,
there's
but
there's there's a
especially
huge
good ones.
decline. There's a huge decline in manual labor, right? So for some fucking reason, um, it's beneath the
Trades.
it's trades are beneath them. I
Yeah,
mean, that's where society has taken it to, right?
yeah, trades are gold.
Let's I'm the first one to say, I mean, once you learn how to do something with your hands, there's nobody that can take it away from you. There's nobody that can take it away from you, you know?
I got a,
So
I got a story for you.
go ahead.
So last Sunday, after we got done here, I worked for a little bit, and then I'm gonna do my thing, go to the gym. And I'm leaving the gym, and I'm sorry, Crystal Linehan, I didn't text you to tell you happy birthday because I was interrupted when I was doing so. So this gentleman walks up to the side of my truck, and so I'm already like, I'm in a parking lot. Like, there's a high probability that I might be thinking about shooting you when you're coming up to the side of my truck. And it's just one of those things where, and I was like, and he just stood there and stared at me for a little bit. So I like rolled the window down, and he's got this story. And so he's like, "Hey, he didn't tell me his name, by the way, which is, I wish he would have, because I would address him directly." He's like, "Hey, falling on hard times, just trying to get a little extra, a little cash." And I was like, I didn't respond. I just looked at him and nodded my head. And he's like, "Well," and he's like, "The jobs around here, they just don't really pay enough." And he's just giving me this spill. And he's like, "I need about $2,000 a week to, be comfortable, me and my wife. And anything you can give me today would like really be helpful." I was like, "Okay." It's like,
Wait. You're bumming for 2 grand a week?
so he And then it's like, all right, well, what kind of jobs have you been looking at? It's like, have you thought about construction or anything like that? And he's like, those entry level jobs just don't pay enough. I really need to, find something in sales where I can, like, I can really get my teeth into it. But I got into some trouble. Yeah, that's my fault. But now I can't find a job that's outside of entry level positions anywhere. I was like, okay, all right, that's cool. He was like, so can you help me out? I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Oh no, he said, can you help me out? I said, I don't carry cash, which I Daniel doesn't lie very often. I had a 50 in my wallet, and I wasn't gonna give it to him. Fuck you. And he's like, well, do you have Cash App or Zelle? I was like, absolutely. He's like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, just want to help you out. And he's like, well, why not? And I was like, if you have to ask, then that's really a pretty serious problem. So here's the deal. I was like, I worked my fucking ass off. And like you going out and deciding that you're going to fucking panhandle and bum from people that are doing the jobs that are you feel are beneath you, that don't pay enough, that are working every fucking minute of their fucking life to try and create and become and do. And your version of creating, becoming, and doing is going to those people and putting your fucking hand out like an entitled little prick, then you're fucked. Your life is fucked, and anybody who ever hires you is fucked. And that's not the jobs don't pay enough problem. That's a you problem. That's there's something broken in your fucking head to where you think that you don't have to do the work that everybody else is willing to do. Like if you take somebody that's an illegal immigrant or somebody that's moved here from another country the right way, they're willing to work their ass off to get anything and everything that they want to get here in America. You, as the entitled fucking American, thinks that shit's beneath you. Like you're the problem. Period. So no, I've been chilling on this for it has festered in my head for a week. I made a reel right after it. I never put it out. It's still on my phone because it's just it's there's probably six good words in it.
You bleep 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 bleep
I know it's
bleep. Huh?
I was completely blown away, and I came home and I told my wife about it, and she was like, "Oh wow!" And I literally had on my shirt that said, "Your excuses are lies," as he's telling me this story, and I was like, "There's just no way he's not reading the room right now." There's probably ain't gonna make it in sales either, because that's just freaking unbelievable. And of course, I'm telling my buddy about this, the guy that has the other online store, and freaking, he was just like, he's like, he's like, I've been that disgusted before when he was in Seattle, or somebody was out panhandling, and they were walking out of a very nice restaurant, and the lady was like, "Oh, you're hungry? Here, let me give you my food." And he grabbed the food and threw it on the ground. He said, "I didn't want any fucking food. I wanted your money." And so it was like these are the things that are like just disgusting to me.
Unfortunately,
And
they ruin it for the rest.
yeah, so and I mean, like we've literally when we've seen people out panhandling, we've left and went to the store and came back and brought them food or fast food or whatever. Like people give them blankets when it's fucking cold outside, like stuff like that. It's I'm all for helping the people that are going through hard times. That shit right there. If you're not willing to help yourself, nah, bro.
I believe I told you. I believe I probably mentioned it. There was also an incident. I mean, there was an incident
Not the first
here
time.
for a there was a lady right down the street from me. This was like Christmas time, And this was Christmas time, and she has this. I'm not fucking generalizing. I'm just saying it's from that fucking area. So she had this Russian look to her, right?
Mm.
Her kids look fucking like mini Vikings or something. I mean, you know, it's like I'm just saying they have that look. I don't know what else to say. It, you know, they swam from the top. I don't know. They're fucking still cold. I don't know. So
That's
anyway,
funny.
so she has this look, you know, and she had this sign, you know, saying it, you know, please help. And this is only at Christmas time. I remembered, and then I saw her, and I saw her again the following Christmas, right, standing on another fucking corner. And then I approached her, and I was like, "Wow." So you decided to make it a job. That lady who says, "Excuse me," I said, "Yeah." So now you're using the kids to fund your Christmas. I saw you last year. So when you call them out on their thing, of course she denied it. Um, I just said what I said because I do know. No, I was. It wasn't me. Okay, it's cool. Then it wasn't you. I apologize. You know, you know, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not sorry. I
I
do
don't
it.
apologize.
You know, I'm
Sorry, I'm
just,
not
you know,
sorry.
if it,
Fuck
oh,
off.
my mistake. But at least I called it out. No, I did. I let him know. You know,
Yeah,
here you go. I
yeah,
saw you. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, my mistake. Get
no,
the
no.
fuck out of here, dude.
Well, because
You know.
like you go through that, and I've ran into that same scenario, and it was around the holidays. Um, but you know, even like back to that dude, like I was gonna make a phone call and get him a job, like right.
Was going to.
Yeah, like it's just freaking crazy, and that's not the first time. Well, I had the guy at the gas station that asked me for a couple $100, and I was like, I'll make a phone call, probably get you a job. He's like, oh no, I got a job, I just need some money, and I was just like, it's it's I'm completely blown away with people in that thought process. You know, you need to manage your shit better if you got a job and you can't and you're asking people for fucking money for hotel rooms. Like everybody needs help, but yeah,
That's
you want help
crazy.
at hand, lift the end of your own fucking wrist. There is so that panhandling shit around the holidays. When I was a tow truck operator in Naples, I was at the racetrack gas station on Airport Pulling Road, and freaking, I'm watching this lady go from pump to pump to pump.
Oh God, I've seen
She's
those.
um starts speaking to me in Spanish, a million miles a minute, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't speak Spanish." Oh, oh, I need some money to pay for gas to get to Miami. Okay, she's like, "Yeah, I mean, this is like the weekend before Christmas," and I was just like, "Yeah, not this something's off here. Something's off. I'm not gonna be involved with this." And freaking, I don't want to say the week later, same lady, Publix parking lot,
Nah.
out there with the sign, and freaking, I don't remember what the sign said. And then I was like, "How was Miami?" And she looked at me and she was horrified that I recognized her because she switched locations, and like tow truck, we're everywhere. So yeah, I mean, she was just mortified, and I'm pretty sure she got removed from that parking lot by Collier County Sheriff Department, and I don't know whatever happened to her, but
I saw one. Now that we're talking about the usual locals, um, um, there was there was a guy. I think I mentioned him before. He. I think he's kind of special. I mean, he's kind of retarded. You know, he's one of those, and but he doesn't have down. He just got these big old Coke bottle fucking glasses, and he has a big old fucking sign, a shirt that says "I eat ass," right? And he stands there going, and he just talks to people on the guy. He's a character.
he looks like a
He's a character. Well, And then he goes, his sign says, I need money for karate lessons. My family was kidnapped by ninjas, and you'll see him out there trying to practice his fucking karate and shit. Listen, the guy is a character. You want to give him money. Like, yeah, come on, nigga, go. Yeah, you're cool. It's just cool.
I don't know. He might be playing a role.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, yo, I saw him
Performing
recently.
arts.
It is so well. Listen to this. It is so um. It's been such a while since I've seen him. I saw him recently. I went up to Palm Beach. The guy used to be fat. He is. I don't know if he's on Ozempic or something, but he's definitely puffing on the wrong pipe. I'm telling you. Ooh, I see him with the welts and shit. And I'm like, oh, that's it. Downhill from there. He's degenerating in front of our eyes, and I was like, holy shit, dude. Yeah, don't do drugs.
Well, hopefully he can catch that knife before it hits the fucking ground because
Mm.
that's horrible.
Nah, dude. Now you're like, get the fuck away from me. Before, like, hey, come here. Now you're like, yeah, you fucked up, dude. Bye. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
Never really want to hear uh, people
Mm-mm.
falling to their vices like that because it's a rough one. Definitely a rough one. Sad. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that guy that I saw when I was back home. He's like, oh, I messed up. It's like, all right, well, like I'll mess up. You reaching out to me and tell me that you feel like you let me down. Like you better think about how you're letting your kids down. Like I don't care if you party, you do what you got to do. But like if you're doing stuff that's worse than what I knew you already were partaking in, then yeah, that's anything above that is still your soul. So I mean, and I've seen that one still people's soul, like where they just are a shell of themselves. They get wrapped up in it, and their serotonin levels are no longer the same, and their endorphins are all effed up, and it's hard for them to self-regulate after a certain period of time of doing that stuff consistently. And then you see them start getting skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. So yeah, no, we watch their eyes get all sunk in. Like I've watched people go down that very dark rabbit hole. I mean, I'd spent some time in that rabbit hole myself, so I get it, but you gotta fucking be careful when you open certain doors into your life. It's like you go look down that hallway. Oh, what's that? Oh, that was fun. Oh, yeah, maybe it was,
You know,
but that
I've
little,
never done drugs. I've smoked weed.
yeah.
I've done mushrooms. I've done psychedelic. But I've never done drugs. Dude. Wait, if
Yeah, we did an episode on that.
ecstasy is probably a drug.
I think it's a pretty significant one.
Okay,
So,
so that's the only drug that I ever did knowingly what it was. Well, I didn't know what it was when I tried a quarter of a pill,
no.
and then knowingly when I did it myself. That's an amazing fucking story, dude. But
Yeah, we talked about it. It's in one of the lost episodes.
oh my goodness, yeah,
I was actually
that
looking
was
at that episode.
yeah, that was the only one. That's the only one dude. I've broken a brick and saw the fish scales, tasted it, but I don't know what it smells like. I've never done drugs, dude. I've never
Yeah.
done drugs. It's never been my thing.
I mean, that was interesting because I was always like up until I don't know, probably my 24 years old, 23. No, probably 21, 22. Like I was 100% against it and very adamant about it. And I don't ever do that, blah 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 blah. And then when I started getting pounds of green, then that's when somebody was like, "Well, if you're moving this, then you should take a look at this." I was like, "All right, whatever." And it came up as a sample from the guys in Texas, and I was like, "Yeah, whatever." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I can drink like a fish on this. That's fine. Just a little bump, no big deal." And never progressed past that. And then somebody had hit me up and asked me for some more quantities, and they're like, "Oh, pretty sure that you know where to get this." And I was like, and then that just opened a whole other chapter of life where, for a decade I was moving that substance around. So party, did whatever. And I didn't really think anything of it. I just know I better not get caught. It was kind of the standard there. And then I left and moved to Florida after. It was just like, yeah, this just has to stop. I got to go. This is getting out of hand, and that's why I tell people, like, you can really make a choice to decide to change your life. You can literally just be like, hey, like, this shit has to fucking stop, and grab your nuts and go. But like there's a few of us that were in the circle that just were like, fuck it, we're out. We're gonna do something else. Um, but he had a kit, and it was legit. It was set up for every type of substance that you would ever imagine. And he was like, yeah, he was like, this is, and I don't condone this at all. Like, by any means, he was like, this is the only way that you can really say that you experienced life if you had every experience. I was like, yeah, no. I was like, I guess I'm just going to be a very inexperienced individual because I'm not going to open that door to, like, he had freaking little bent over spoon and all that. I was just like, bro, I was like, there's no way. It was like, you've done that? He was like, oh yeah. He was like, it was freaking awesome. And I was like, yeah. It's like that stuff. Like, clearly you don't have that fucking addictive personality because that stuff can snatch a hold of you. But that was the same guy that was beating on my door at 6 a.m. for something else. And it's like, so when I look at people that have never drinking alcohol before, and they're like, yeah, no, I never had a desire to. It's like, that's probably one of the best things that you have ever, like, best decisions that you've ever made. Is because you never opened that door to experience what could happen to you if it gets a hold of you. Because I've seen people drink themselves into an oblivion, and like literally willing to lose everything off of alcohol. And then,
Yeah.
like, some of the most successful people that I know of and have met in my life have never opened that door, and all of that energy is going to somewhere else. Like, I stopped drinking for 3 weeks and I turned my business around, and it's simply because I'm not wasting 2 hours a night sitting on the couch drinking beer and watching TV shows with my wife. Uh, guess what I'm doing for those 2 hours every night now is I come home and I stay in here for 2 hours and lock myself to a computer screen.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what broke. Like, all right, well, let's figure out what broke. I don't know what broke, but I know that these ads are converting, so let's do this. And then freaking, we're literally sitting there, and I was like, huh, that's weird. I was like, it's like 6 cells just came through. All right, whatever. But and then just over, wake up in the morning, there's 6 more. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I guess the ads are working. Like, I don't like, but I wouldn't have taken the time to do that. I was chilling with the wife, drinking a beer, like, and then it's good stuff. Like, I enjoy doing it, but um, the people that say that there's not time to actually pursue stuff is probably because they're sitting on the couch watching TV instead of doing some work figuring it out. So, like, it's just whichever way your energy is directed to, that's where you're going to have growth or flow in your life, right? It's pretty common. It's like, if you direct your energy to that couch time, get your like Al Bundy fucking divot and get your hand in your pants, sitting there, like, yeah, that's where your energy is, right?
That's funny. Well, listen, life gives you exactly what you ask of it. You have to remember that.
I've been asking for $1 million a month for a minute.
It's
This is taking too long to get here.
it's how you say it too. You know what I mean? It's how you say it too. We have a tendency to always uh that's another argument. That's another discussion that I have frequently with my wife when I'm not trying to correct her. I am just making it aware that, hey, you just did it again. Hey, you just did it again. Does that make sense? I'm not telling her, hey,
Get stabbed.
what you said is wrong. I'm not judging what you said. I'm just saying, hey, if you keep complaining about something and look at what you just said, it fucking's gonna keep happening. So please watch what you say. Your mind looks for these little things. I can't say nothing. I can't. Blah, 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 blah. You're always judging the way that I think.
Bro. So
Ah.
it's not enough to kill you. It's like a little jab in the ribs. That's what you do. Like, hey, remember that shit?
It is so much fun, dude.
No, it's coming to the point now where I won't even correct my wife. Like, I'll just sit there and I'll just look at her and I'll nod. I'll just walk out the room and go work on some shit, but not to the point where it's not worth my energy to try and correct something, or shift it to my belief system, because that's who she is. Like when she was having the meltdown about the notation system, I was just like, it sucks. It's your fault, but all right, like you didn't fucking save. I, it's literally an hour of your time that you were dictating, and it's like, well, it's a lot of information. It's like, but what can you do about it now? You try to fix it, correct it. It's literally the only thing you can do. So all of this shit over here. Oh God.
Oh yeah, no, the woulda, coulda,
Oh
shouldas.
no. It's like all that shit. Like there's no reason for it. It's not gonna do anything. Get on my nerves. Go back to my office, close the door. Like, but
It's 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 the energy. It's just exactly. It's feeding the wrong energy. Yeah. But
that's like,
anyway,
it's like, all right, whatever.
I'm out of water and I could use another coffee. I don't need a piss though. So yeah. But I think I might just in case.
Just in case. All right. Well, quick intermission.
Riff raff.
Say that again. Let's.
Wait, I can't hear you. Why?
I don't know what's
Is it
going
me?
on with
Is it me?
your stuff. That's you.
Your
So
volume? Wait, what the
happening?
fuck? Why is my volume? Hello?
I mean, I hear you just fine.
God damn it, dude.
That's a you thing. That is a you thing.
I no hear you there, no here. What about now?
No, it ain't me. It's you. It's always you.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know. Got nothing. Did you charge your
Right now?
earbuds?
There we go.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
You're so ridiculous.
Yes.
So in every culture, the wife beater is looked at like riffraff.
Yeah. Is it every? Yeah.
That's
It's
what
like,
I've never heard that. I just thought it was a black community in trailer parks, but okay.
no, because oh my goodness. But here's the thing. Not the Indians. Those motherfuckers hang out in fucking tank tops all the time.
No. Um, again, this is different cultures apparently. I
Right?
mean, how many Native Americans do you see on cops?
Wait, I wasn't talking about fucking feather Indians. I was talking about the dot Indians.
Uh,
Sorry,
well,
I
how
had
many dot Indians do you see in on
I,
cops?
I had to clarify. Not many.
I don't think I've ever seen.
No, not many, dude. Holy shit, dude.
Because they look at cultural differences. They're like
Well, that's funny because their police actually hit them. They whip
they'll
them
whip
with a
that
whip.
ass. That's
They
what
re-
I was listening to Real AF,
uh,
and they were talking about like high trust societies and cultures, and like you look at America, and it was like, yeah, how did we get here? It's the greatest place in the world. Oh, we got here from tolerating things that you shouldn't tolerate. Everybody's got everybody's rights, and we understand that. So I want to hear all this whining in the comments, and it is whining. That people will play victim. Oh, it's because you're black, this and that. It's like, no, those white dudes get shot more than black guys by the cops, by the way, statistically. But like if you look at like a Japanese culture, like streets are clean, there's no theft. Well, why? Because the consequences are so high. It's like, drugs over there. It's like it's a death sentence for you to be a dealer. Like they will kill you for poisoning your community. If you go to Muslim countries and still, what happens to you? Depending on which one, you might lose a fucking hand.
oh,
So,
God, yeah. If they don't kill you, you're lucky.
so like the prices are so high that you don't see people. You know, Chud the builder is
Who?
Chud the builder. He's the guy that's on. He shot somebody in front of the courthouse out in, I want to say, in Tennessee. He is the one running around. He's an influencer, content creator, and his brand of content. He
Oh,
was
he was the guy who shot the healthcare guy.
I don't know if he was. I don't know what his occupation was. The guy was there for at court for a actual reason. Like he had a court hearing that he had to go to, and Chud was not. Um, and one thing led to another, and Chud, I believe, shot him and himself in that
Oh wow.
altercation and got arrested. And yeah, he would his brand of content would be to go out and antagonize black people and then say they were chimping out. So,
Fuck around and find out, right?
well, that was his thing. He was like, "Well, I have the right to defend myself, and my First Amendment rights are, I can say what I want, and you can't do anything about it." So,
You're antagonizing. You're provocative. You're
yeah,
provoking it.
it's I mean, he's on trial for like, uh, it's a, they're not good charges. I'll have to look it
No,
up.
they need to hang him by his fucking nuts.
So,
That's why I can't be in a jury like that.
but it was like, fuck, I forgot what lane I was in now. I was, I'm pretty sure it had to do with how you react and respond and the culture holding their people accountable. Because, like, you can't go out and act like an ass in those places because your peers, not even the cops, will will get you right. Uh, it it all started when like people stopped people stopped beating their fucking kids, because like I got my ass whooped at Kmart. Like one arm hanging in there, running around in circles, the helicopter. So like that's the price for to get your kids to act right
Yeah,
in
ma.
public. Uh, and the other side of that coin is like you get these people getting angry and screaming at the top of their lungs and attacking people because they're not being called a she when it's clearly a man with an Adam's apple and a nut sack. So like that's a and he had a valid point. He's like, could you imagine being that big of a failure to your child to where they don't know whether they're a girl or boy by the time they're 18? He's like, that is a
That
direct
is
result
lack of
of
a that is lack of a father, that is lack of a mother, that is lack of some
it's a
of
failure. Oh.
it's 100% a failure. But it's here's the thing. Oh God, I hate to be that example. Oh God.
You'd hate to be that person, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Their life must be fucking miserable. Miserable. Everything they look at is a critique. Everything they look at is a disgrace. That's so bad. That's so bad. It's not a good life.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. You know, society can't see me as my real rainbow. I'm a unicorn. I'm a fucking unicorn.
Unicorns are mythical creatures. You are not one. You're a man or
What
you're a woman.
the fuck,
But,
dude? I
so
told you about the lady who thought she was a fucking husky, right? I told you about her.
you probably did. I
Dude,
probably.
when I went to North Carolina,
Oh yeah, that's right.
I saw a fucking dog she dog fucking walking her bitch, right?
Oh my lord.
Oh my gosh, dude. It was I don't know what sex the dog was, but the lady dressed as a dog. Oh my! You know what? I'm probably right. You know, nowadays it probably was a guy. I don't know.
There was
Oh
a
my God.
disturbing story on the news this week where it was somebody had been arrested for sexually assaulting animals, and I was
Mm.
just like, bro, like what is really going on? Like they really need to open insane asylums again. Like these people have lost their fucking minds.
But these are things that we as society have accepted, right?
It's
Based on these
intolerance.
fucking drugs and all this bullshit that
Uh,
they're giving these kids and even us. You know, as the generations die off, they're realizing, oh shit, too much sugar. Look at these fucking crazy motherfuckers. So we're starting to wing off the sugar, you know, as a society in itself. But you know, there's a lot of little things that are we are waking up to in society in itself is not accepting it.
no, no, it's just freaking nuts.
The
It's nuts.
food, our intake
Uh,
is incredible, and that's the thing, though. You've heard about the football players, the soccer players from Norway, I think it was. They had their own food shipped in because the food quality in America
good.
sucks. It would, it's those things. That's embarrassing, but it's true.
No.
What can we do as a society about it? If you're in the food fucking industry, please speak up. You know what the fuck, dude? Because you control
Well,
everything.
it's profit. They've done what they've done to fucking make more money. That's literally it. Like, if you guys want good food, you better start shopping at your fucking farmers market and like and eat local because that is going to be that's the difference.
And we come back on trades. Yes.
No kidding. But like, yeah, I think the that initial farming industry is what built America, and then it got commercial, industrialized, and
Hmm.
profits. Um,
My gosh, you're right. I
things
don't know how we got started with that. Yeah,
like
we
it's
just
yeah, well, because I mean everything is full circle usually. It comes back and is linked together. But it was I think we were even talking about this in our household. Oh, because of the freaking the diarrhea disease that they got going around. The bacteria were, if you eat the wrong lettuce or vegetables right now, then you're gonna lose 10 pounds. And it was like my wife's been sending me memes for like 2 weeks where it was like,
wait. Is that what's going on?
yeah, the freaking I can't remember what it's some sort of bacteria. Let's see
Can
what
you
that
please send me that because her mother's going through a thing that everybody thinks is some type of fucking cancer and the fucking liver shit. And it was, and we keep saying like, no, she ingested something.
bacteria is going around. I keep on doing this because I fucking stop doing this shit to people if nobody could see. Oh, what bacteria is going around? Right. Yeah, it's this guy right here. Cyclospora. Sudden explosive diarrhea, cramping, bloating, fatigue, and can last for weeks if untreated. Fevers and vomiting are rare. It spreads from eating contaminated fresh produce like shredded iceberg lettuce, herbs, and does not spread person to person. So this is what's been going around right now. There's been
Oh
recalls on
my gosh.
lettuce and stuff like that. You hadn't seen that?
No.
Yeah, my wife's been sending me memes all week. It was like somebody with a head of lettuce, and it's like, my PTO request was denied. And I just like open the lettuce and bite it because I'll take that off work.
That's fucking funny, dude. That's
Yeah,
fucking funny.
that's why I shake my head. I was like, yeah,
PTO denied? Yeah, watch
yeah.
this.
She's
That's fucking funny, dude.
but that's what's been going around right now. So
Oh,
might want
holy
to
fuck.
see what she's been eating. Can you imagine if that was what was going on, and then freaking you're still eating the same things that were causing that issue? Because you were like ignorance is not bliss, as we talk about.
Oh, wait a
But
moment. Wait, don't let's not go too far. I'm not saying any names, all right? But it's let me like you just had I've seen people just all of a sudden like get declogged, right? Because they had something going on inside and they went to the
declawed,
doctor and they got declogged,
yeah.
right? And then all of a sudden start blowing up. And I tell them, you notice and hey, and they tell you, oh, I don't feel good. I don't feel like this. I'm like, yeah, I wonder why. Because you won't stop fucking eating. No, but they told me that I have no diet. It doesn't fucking matter. That doesn't mean eat like a fucking don't eat 24 hours a day. I was like, I think you need to go about 7 days without eating, but let's just start with 24 hours. Let's start with 24 hours. Come on. Let's start with 3 hours. Come on now. Let's start with 3 hours. And she's like, you can do anything you want. I'm like, listen, I know I can do it, but I promise you, it's not fun, and you don't want to see me, right? Because I'm gonna be a fucking dick. I
Mhm.
might as well lock me up in the room because it's not fair that everybody can do what everybody wants to fucking do, and me because I choose to be better, I get the fucking nail. No, so it's okay. I'm okay with being fat again. No problem. You guys want to chill? I'll fucking chill. But unless you take care of yourself, I ain't participating.
Mm.
Yeah, that's not fun. And then they go, why do I feel like this? Look at this. It's such a fucking hole.
That's funny.
Such a hole.
I'm pretty apathetic to people who will tell me about their body pain but won't go to the gym. Well, it's because you're weak in that area.
Oh my goodness.
And like, it's just like, why's my back hurt? Because you're weak in your abs. Pretty simple. I'm serious. Like, yeah, go work that shit out. Go, I just need to rest. Okay. All right. Well, go ahead and rest. And
The reason for pain is because you are rusty. I agree. I agree. My hips. My hips. Uh
fuck, you were going through it hardcore.
my hips.
I remember
Hips.
when you started fucking moving.
I still I still won't run. And I won't. I'm not. Yeah.
There's a reason for it. Like, yeah.
There's 1,001 reasons for that one.
But you
That
figured
one.
out what you needed to do, and you
Yeah.
start doing
Yeah.
your bios and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
literally it changed your
Correct.
fucking life.
Correct.
And
Yeah, you saw that one right there. Yeah,
right.
That one out there. Yeah. It's like we each have, it's like, okay, I understand now how correct. You understand how your body performs, and they're like, it's okay, let's do it this way, So yeah, I've learned I know, yes. That part, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're flexible now. You do stuff that I sure as fuck can't do.
I don't need a bench press for 300 anymore.
I do. This is oh man, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, is it like a lot of my ads are pertaining to, like, different male archetypes, as female as well, but it's the protector, the provider, and like defending your family, stuff like that, like all these different pieces of traditional manhood. And it's like a lot of you guys that don't work out couldn't carry your wife out of the house because you're weak and she's obese, or you're both obese and weak. And it's clinical, not like me bashing you, like these are facts. And I was like thinking about that when I was making my ads, and I was just like, I hope to God it fucking triggers somebody. Like, yeah, I know. Like, there's somebody in your household depending on you to save your partners. Your children are depending on you to, be what society doesn't want you to be anymore. All right, that's strong, capable individual to make sure that they see another day in the event of a tragedy. Like, so, yeah, like, yeah, you guys got to fucking move. You got to move your bodies. You have to. It's just, and I'm specifically men, but women too. And I was like, that's what I was really thinking about the other day. I was like, man, I was like, could my wife fucking carry my fucking body and move me?
It's the other day. It's once again, because I did it, because you do it. I gave an answer that she didn't like. Okay, then don't ask. Then accept, and it's okay. I keep telling her that. I was like, the thing is, you haven't accepted. Once you accept, it's okay. Once you accept that it's your fault, it's okay.
No.
You get to choose your pain. You get to choose what level of pain, that you choose what level of pain. So, now.
There was a mass casualty event In Berlin, manhunt is underway for one or more suspects as authorities evacuate the arena and investigate the attack. No shit.
What did they attack?
Well, this is why it's on the news. It was an LGBTQ pride event in Berlin.
And supposedly the Muslims did it.
Well, who knows? It was a van attack, so no, they would have done. They probably used something besides a van. They plowed through the fucking crowd at the. Huh, that's
Wait,
interesting.
they plowed through the crowd. What, on purpose, or they were just driving through
Yeah.
and these assholes decided to fucking cover it and scare them? Because I don't know. You see, one becomes the fucking which one, who's to
Yeah.
accuse here,
Which one is it?
you know? Because I swear to God, dude, if I have my family in the car and I'm surrounded by fucking assholes, dear Lord, hold me tight because I'm fucking stepping on the fucking gas, dude.
Dude, this is freaking the internet never loses. I
Listen to what I
swear.
just said. I will plow through everybody in front of me. Get the fuck
Uh,
out of there.
freaking, I'm gonna send you this just simply because I find it very entertaining. Uh, the first comment in the
All right, let me see. Hold on.
the first comment in that link on Twitter X is somebody with blue
But
hair
I'm your side.
being thrown off the roof. Just like, but it's pretty accurate.
Love, love is love.
I might share with the class. I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
That'll probably get us banned. Yo, so listen to this, dude. All right. I have to talk about this. What's going on with Tate? Dude, why are they, dude, this becomes so much more. All of a fucking sudden now this is the new big thing. The fucking World Cup is over, so let's fucking all focus on Andrew Tate. What the fuck are they hiding, dude? Where's the Epstein files? I swear to God, dude. I swear to fucking God. I'm gonna say what hello. What the, I know they're listening, so fuck you. What's going on out there? I swear to God.
No, don't know. I don't know. I think it's they've been trying to shut that man up for
I have not heard one piece of content that has been that talks bad about the man.
people have figured out that it's bullshit. Like his, his most people know that he is an asshole. Well, think that he's an asshole. That's their opinion. Um, but they have literally tried to deplatform him, take his money, lock him up in jail without charges. They had him
They're
locked
gonna
up for
they're gonna crucify this motherfucker, dude.
they're
Watch.
like, well, so his last podcast that he did, he said, air this if something happens to me. Is that he called a shot. Like freaking I haven't watched it yet.
I
There was
did.
a lady that was like giving the play by play, and she's like, I hate this person. And she's like, and somehow he's won me over by telling me what they've done to him and what they have been trying to do to him. And he just goes through it step by step. And I was just like, and like I talked to my brother-in-law about it, and he's like, I don't want to hear anything that man has to say. I was like, why not? And he's like, oh, because of this, and this. So I was like, you don't. I was like, that's the
You
issue.
are the problem.
Yeah,
You
but
that is the problem.
this is why these things are happening. Like when Russell Brand, like I don't know if anybody knows who he is. He fucking he switched over and got out of pocket when all of a sudden he's accused of rape and fucking sexual misconduct and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I don't know who he is in the dark, but I mean, if you listen to the shit he's talking about, there's probably a reason why they're trying to shut him the fuck up. The only thing that Andrew Tate has done is had some questionable business practices with cam girls. So, all right, he's a pimp. Cool, got it.
There's a lot of guys doing that shit now because of that.
OnlyFans. The
They're
only difference.
they're called OnlyFam managers.
Yeah, it's like so. It's literally the same thing. Like he was just first, and
OnlyFan managers, dude. Yep.
so that's a even the people that are supposedly are the accusers are coming out on camera and saying that it's all bullshit and they were paid to fucking say what they said or they were threatened with prosecution. Like it's freaking insane. And I was like, oh, so the American citizen comes to America and gets fucking snatched up by the U.S. Marshals and held, and now they're trying to. It's and they're going to ship them over to the country that'll prosecute you for a Facebook post they don't like. Like you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. It's just freaking. And like
There's so much more there.
funny story here is like Hustlers University is where I learned how to edit videos. I was literally sitting in the airport on Hustlers University watching videos when I was going to different insurance fucking events. So that's
One of my close friends, Benjamin, he's actually the one who I did Toad with the first time, 5MEO. And he was on Hustle University since day one. He goes, Ness, you got to take a look at this. You learned a lot of useful information on here.
there is so many use cases to be
Mhm.
found in that platform, and it's literally people all over the world are making money, and it's
Mhm.
mentalities are very important. So my my there's somebody in my life, and she was like, "That's a scam." It's like, "Is it?" I was like, "How is it a scam?" It was like, "It's teaching you a skill." She's got you in there. I was like, "Yeah." She's, are you rich yet? I was like, closer than you are. Like, I don't live with my parents. I'm not a server. I actually have an asset that I've been building for 3 years. And it started when I learned one skill and I compounded said skill that I got here. Now, whether or not I'm rich today or it takes 10 years, well, the problem that people don't see is that anything worth having is not built overnight. And you think everything's a scam because you can't have it now. It has to be built. I've smoked so many people over in this conversation, even when we were talking about the plaque that used to be on the wall. That's a scam. Let's see, how is this? Hold on. Hold on. So there's only two things that are going to make you say that. Oh yeah, what's that? I was like, either you can't close or you don't want to do the work. Which one is it? And this is like a room full of people on the teams for the annual enrollment period for Medicare, Medicaid stuff. And we're on a break, and he's like, "Oh, I see that plaque on the wall." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, you've made some money there." I was like, "I have, pretty good amount of it too." He's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "That's a scam." I was like, "Huh." I was like, "So how is me delivering a product that changes somebody's life a scam?" He's like, "Well, not that part of it." Well, I mean, that's the only part of it, right? It's the delivery. He's like, "Oh, well, what about the recruiting?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, people choose to recruit." I was like, I mean, that's not really my cup of tea. Don't like it that much, but I've recruited a few people. He's like, "Well, that's the business model." I was like, "No, no, that's the growth model. Well, for people that want to grow, you want to build an organization. Well, I'll say that very loosely in quotes because if you piss them off, you can be terminated, and all that shit goes to the person that recruited you. By the way, however, it doesn't make it a scam. Like just because you don't like something doesn't make it a scam. Like it's a business model. So And it's like literally people on the internet like, this is they recruited me and they tried to make me buy insurance. Okay, what do you sell? Well, you sell insurance. You don't use it. Well, no, that's not the point. No, I mean, you can't sell shoes barefoot. It's like it's a funny
Yeah.
thing, but like, I mean, if you don't believe in the product, don't fucking try to sell it. Like, it's not for you. I went in for a consultation. I was like, oh fuck yeah, I need this. I was like, I should sell this. That was my mentality to it because I saw opportunity there. You guys get forced like it's again. The people think I don't like this, so it's a scam. Like you will die broke. What was what was it? Elijah Cox? It is a scam. Wasn't still confused about money. Is what his acronym for that was. It's like you're fucking confused. It's mind boggling. Uh, how you? But don't worry. The world needs employees. Somebody's got to cut my grass.
Oh
Like I
shit.
can't do it all. Like so, no, for people that you think everything's a scam. There's plenty of employment opportunities that you don't want that you will complain about for the entirety of your existence about not having enough. And then at that point, when you get sick of it, and you're like, the government let me down. No, bitch, you did.
So part of that was I don't want to lose it, dude. Because you just went through so much, and I had about six of them, and I learned to bite my tongue.
I
And
got
I didn't
note
have,
cards now.
I see you fucking asshole. Because I don't
I
have,
legit be filling up note cards while we're talking about it.
I didn't have my writing pad. You went through so many fucking amazing fucking things and I've learned to shut the fuck up, you know? So I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. And then at the end, I was like, fuck, dude, I
It's just
lost it.
gone. Yeah,
But no, but thank you. Listen, I don't know. I can't tell you one right now. Please continue. Thank you though.
scam top. I mean, it's just I don't know. I just have a
uh,
certain disdain. Oh, because I mean, we've been talking about people not wanting to do the work for the past fucking hour.
oh my gosh, dude. Yes. And that's the thing that they don't want to do the work. See, they want it now. They don't understand that things had to take a process. Things take time. It wasn't until I learned the true usefulness of time. How about that? You know, because there's so much time in the day that there's so limited time in the day. It's whatever your attention goes to and how you put your attention towards it. You know, you're talking about people who have jobs, dude. I just, oh my gosh, dude, I am so blessed. But I just got offered a regular job. It was going to be in my mind. I said, hey, you know, how am I going to do this? Because her bill is approximately $1,100 a week. All right, that's her bill. All right, not so not this bill, that bill. That bill is $1,100 a week, minimum, minimum. Motherfucker,
$57
that's
thousand dollars a year.
that's a huge fucking salary, dude.
That's
All right,
$57,000 a year.
that's carrying another salary, dude. Okay, that's going back. And I said, well, if that's the direction that life is taking me, I'm gonna do it. Let's go. I'm that's it. I'm
How
doing
many
it.
years school is this place? 4 years?
Fucking four, dude. Yeah. And then I said to myself, holy shit, dude, that's 200 grand.
$228,800.
It's $87,000 a year, right? So it's a $500,000 fucking institution.
That is
You understand that? And the only reason I'm doing this is because I see the potential. Right now, I could get fucked, and she could maybe, she could be that she could maybe do like many people do and just take their degree and roll it up and shove it up their ass and bitch about daddy issues, or she could be the fucking phenomenon that I know that she could be, that she is, But this is an investment in me. I see it as an investment in me. So anyway, yeah, dude, this institution is fucking top notch. I see what she can do. I'm understanding how certain schools can actually help bring out a person. Like take their use their talents to really emphasize on their talents. So, and that's what this school can do. Not on the aspect, yeah. What's that?
What's the interest rate on their fucking on that?
On their, I'm not paying. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I'm very interested on
I have no idea.
They're gonna fuck your daughter.
No, but we're not taking any loans, dude.
So you said it's 87 grand a year, but what you're paying is 57. So that's $30,000 a year that's not being paid for.
That's coming from grants and yeah, that's coming from grants and shit that she's done, and that's also coming from my VA of her.
Oh yeah, because you had the fucking
$1,500 of it on a monthly basis, approximately. Is it only come? Yeah, actually, it comes out to like 13 grand, something like that, maybe.
Just like it hurts my spirit.
Like that.
That's one family.
Oh no, 100%, dude. It's fucking retarded. But I understand.
Class every year. Like I'm just thinking about like the billions of dollars that go into that industry.
Oh my goodness,
it's a fucking industry.
I'm entering that industry very slowly.
Right. It blows my mind. And like that's definitely skill. It's something that is going to be very niche specific or
exactly. That's the only reason is that, like, wait a moment. So if I mean, who the fuck hires animators? You know what I mean? But then again, look where we're going. Look at which direction we're going.
Well, but now AI does all that.
She is a programmer for AI. She understands that whole fucking thing. They don't, yes, and yes, but no, there's always a need for the human part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it could be on her, whatever it can extract, whatever she uses her degree for, whatever her fucking life is. I just remember my grandmother, for example, on my dad's side, which made a very beautiful life in the art business. She, dude, my grandmother she had a reputation. I mean, she had a statue. She had a statue in New York. She had statues in Bogota. She was. I've never really focused on it until I started doing it, until I saw it. But like, for example, my dad lost all of her shit except one. I have one piece of her art still in my possession. That's it. I have a book that she wrote. I have one piece of art, but she would make these beautiful she would weld metals, and she made these huge sculptures, dude, out of metal and out of clay. She had these huge kilns. Her furnace, her kiln fucking burned up the whole barn. She lost her. I mean, my grandmother made millions of dollars in the art business. A lot of her art when she passed away and my dad was going through and selling everything. I mean, fuck, dude, it fed us for It fed us for about 10 years of my life. My
Uh,
Yeah, her with the money that she left or whatever it was. Yeah, it fed us for quite some time. I noticed this now is, it's like cycles. You know what I mean? I was like, where did my dad waste his fucking money type deal? And I'm sure my son will go through the same thing, you know? And it's like, hey, my dad wasted a lot of fucking money.
no, we were watching Ransom Canyon yesterday. It was a show on Netflix, and there is three families, ranchers that have properties, and it's just like massive spreads, thousands of heads of cattle. And one of the guys wants to exit and sell it to the power companies. And then the other two guys are like holding out and they want to keep their legacy and pass it down. Pretty intricate story. Wife and son are both dead, so the guy has nobody to leave it to. I could imagine inheriting like family legacy on that level. Your grandmother, made millions, and your dad pissed it off and sold it to. And I literally brought this up last night. I was like, I couldn't imagine inheriting that. It's been in their family line for generations, 60 years. Um, and you're gonna be the one that fucking, well, it's hard. So I'm just gonna sell it. You guys don't know what the responsibility's like. You better sack the fuck up. Like you didn't even work for it. Like you inherited it. Like somebody else's back breaking slave labor work ethic. And you're just like, it's too hard. I'm gonna sell it. That mentality disgusts me. Well, people do what they got to do, but holy fuck! Like, all right, so you've been working and building this for years. You've missed mills, sold literally everything to be able to build this. And Seb's like, yeah, it's hard. Fuck it.
Oh,
Yeah, that hurt, didn't it? That's where my brain goes. So
no, it's okay. I understand sometimes there's a frustration, but OMG, dude. OMG, dude. No, that is not. I'm dead first. I swear to God. Hey, it wasn't my calling. It wasn't my calling. But
right.
motherfucker, did I try?
I just like it's freaking
Yeah.
crazy.
No. Of course. That's what makes us human, right? That's what makes us human. We're not here to fucking to just give up. We're not here to give up, dude. We're here to fucking to push buttons. That's what we do. We test barriers. That's what fucking little kids do. We're little computers of fucking little testing barriers. That's what we're fucking touching everything. We're pissing people off all the fucking time. Hey, I wonder if I do this. Hey, oh shit, that one feeds me. I like that one. Let's fucking go here. Oh, that one stopped feeding me. Fuck you then. Dude, that's just human fucking nature in everything we do. That's crazy. I just said that. I don't know where that came from, but it's so true. Fucking that little cycle of bullshit, dude. Yes.
Feedback loop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
Feedback you're gonna get. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's all in the decision. It's all it is. It's all it is. And because, like, oh, I didn't like the way I feel on that one. I won't do that one again. That's what it is. Oh shit. I fucked up. Oh yeah, don't do it again. See, that's why I'm okay with a fucking smack. I'm not saying beat the little motherfucker, but I am saying, sometimes you have to be a little rough, and it's not. She'll yell at me, for example, in this one, especially this one. I have the fucking dog right here, right, and I'm about to chomp on it, and she's like, "Rrr," and I'm just turn around and I fucking flick her right in the fucking. Oh, Don't hit her like that. You need to let her know and put her down. Fuck you, I do. It's my space and she's invading. No, I need to control the bitch and tell her, bitch, back the fuck down. If I don't bark first, if I don't do it first, I lose control. But then again, I'm the asshole for basically putting out my boundaries.
Yeah.
No, it's the same. It's the exact same cycle. That's the same cycle that. Oh, you need to talk to your mother. You need to put up more boundaries. What the fuck are you talking about? It's the exact same fucking thing.
It's not to them. Not to them. That's the dog's her baby, and then your mother's just another bitch to her. That's how I look at it. That's all. Yeah. I mean, my wife is like, I'll play with the dog, and then I'll like accidentally flip the dog, and so we slide across the floor on her back. She's like, "No, can't!" Like, man, listen, like,
I told you she was going blind, right?
yeah, like,
the medicine is working. She's getting her sight back. But I kicked her on accident again.
well, I mean, at what point does it stop being an accident? So look what you made me do. Oops. I guess I shouldn't say it like that, but it's pretty fucking funny.
I forgot that she was blind. Yes. Okay. Oh. Oh.
It's getting a little warm.
Oh. Mm. Mm.
She's like, I want my coffee. Oh no, she's running to Publix. I don't know what I want for lunch next week. I would say chicken and rice, or we'll do beef and rice. Because I cook my lunches on Sunday.
Betty nice.
Well, because I won't eat. I have to.
I won't eat either.
I'm getting kind of diesel again. So I don't think I ever stopped being diesel, but it's my bench is back up pretty high. It's well, you gotta remember you come back from 2 pounds. Like it's so I think I did 275 6 times the other day. I was like, all right, and then I 295 one time, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be over 300.
Damn. Nice.
Well, it's been a lot of work to get it back. That's for sure. So,
wow. Because it's been what, 2 years since your surgery?
No, since the injury, I think so. I started the business when I got hurt.
How long have you and I been talking?
It has been 2 years in August. Yeah. Yeah. So I made the logo while I was sitting at somebody's wedding, waiting for it to start. And I was like, yeah, no, we're doing this. And then I made the first mug. I got the first mug when I was unboxing it. I had on the brace to hold my shoulders back.
Yeah. That's why I remember.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a moment. Yeah, it's been
it was the summer because I was out boxing, and then because I went to that nationwide event for the top producers, and they're trying to get me to switch from selling North American to nationwide is what it was. And that was the fireside chat when I had I still believe this wholeheartedly. And it's like the adversity in your life is God seeing if you're really serious about what you said you wanted. That's literally what popped in my head while we were sitting there talking. Because everybody's talking about the adversity that they're going through, and they're trying to accomplish these goals and all this other shit. It was like, yeah, talking about adversity, it's just friction. And you think about, you talk about this in the drone pilots course or whatever, or in science, physics, whatever. You can't take off without friction. The resistance of the air is what allows you to take flight. So, like, you need the friction to actually be able to get to where you're going. You guys are bitching about the adversity that you're going through, the discomfort, dis-ease. It's not easy. It's a scam. Like all of that shit. Like that's what actually allows you to become said millionaire. You always talk about Jim Rohn. It was like, become a millionaire, not for the money, but what you will actually become. And
Correct. Of the person that you'll become.
right. And so you guys are so simply misguided on what it actually means. It's not the money. And I'm not a millionaire by any means. I'm broke. Um,
Watch your words.
but my brain is for sure. And, there was I had an actual coach at one point in time. I had a coach at one point in time that had said, he's like, dude, you're a fucking millionaire already. Your bank account just hasn't caught up with you yet. I gotta go move my truck so my wife can go to the store. It's like we've had this thing for years, and you won't fucking drive it. Like you absolutely refuse to drive it. It scares you. It's like, all right, well, I get that. However, like you gotta fucking drive the damn thing. Well, I'm not. Even if I did drive it, she's like, I'm not backing that thing up anywhere. So,
Oh
like,
God. Is it that big? What is
to
it?
her, it's an F-150. It's not that big.
No, it's not that big.
So, I think you
No.
saw it before I lifted it and put the tires on it, but it's still not that. I say lift. It's like 3 inches.
Oh
Uh,
gosh, it's no big deal. Yeah, no, actually, it looks nice.
her friend drove it the other day.
I can imagine. Do
When
you,
we were at,
you got that wah 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 when you're driving?
yeah, it's not bad though. It's like they're expensive as tires. Is why they're not bad, but and we just had to put tires on her car on Friday. Uh, it hurts every time. Well, yeah, those are like $1,600 worth of tires. No, and it's only four. So it's just like, yeah. Oh, see, I was in a really good spot too. I was
The
fucking
other
close.
day, it's okay. No, the other day I was actually sitting right here. I'll send you a video. Fucking, I saw two coyotes.
Really?
Yeah, they just came right across in front of me, and I didn't say a fucking word. I just recorded the whole thing, you know. And then after that, so I recorded all the animals I saw that morning up until the coyote, because after the coyote, nobody came back out. You know,
Mm.
you know. But it was so beautiful because it was a pair. It was, you could tell that uh one was the male, one was the female. Female was first, and then the male was behind. They stopped right here. They looked at me, and I looked at them, and they kept walking. Then they kept going, and they disappeared. And then they rose up again from far away, and they both of them stopped and looked right at me. I don't know if they could see me. It was, dude, I'm zoomed in to the camera. I'm zoomed in to the 24 of my camera. I mean, I'm pegged out, right? And I'm like, I can't zoom in anymore. And these fuckers, both of them, sit down and just look right at the camera. And I'm like, holy shit, can they really look at me like this? I don't doubt it. I don't see why not. It's like, it was almost as if they were saying later or bye or whatever. It was, I don't know. I don't even think I was retarded that day, but just saying,
That's awesome.
you know. But I saw it that morning, and that was beautiful. And it reminded me, I was like, you know what? That's fucking funny because the hatch of ducklings that are here are just that bite size. The very last time I saw them,
I didn't realize there was a new menu. This is when they're walking by.
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, dude, the ducklings that were right there swimming in our pool, that's just their size. I mean, they're perfect. The very last time I saw them, I saw the coyotes. They were on my side. It was about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting outside. I'm actually punching up on a computer, and I hear the coyote grab the duck. They each one grabbed one, bonk bonk, and they fucking kept going.
Shit.
And I saw it. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I shined the fucking spotlight. I happen to have had the spotlight that day, and I'm fucking shining it. And sure enough, there they go. Each one with a duck. I can't get mad at that. I mean, that's just
That's what
life.
they do.
That's what they do. They gotta eat. It is what it is. So, it's like, okay, so now I tell my wife, I say, hey, the fucking cats. One day, just to let you know, and we have bells on our cats, and I'm like, listen, we're ringing the dinner bell. We're ringing the dinner bells, like ding 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 ding. Here's the meal. So
No, that's funny because like you're pretty realist on that whole matter of fact. Like, yeah, no, they might get eaten. There's people on the news a couple weeks ago, and they're talking about what they had to do about the coyotes that are out on Sanibel because they're eating the sea turtle eggs. It's like that's literally what they're gonna do that. Like that's their food source. Well, we got to do something to make sure we got to keep them out of that. And it's like I get that you guys were really hard up on it, and you say the sea turtles, but like you don't get to kill the fucking predator that lives off of that because you and your misguided sense of superior of knowledge and oh, we have to protect them. They can't protect themselves. Like, get out of that shit. That's not your fucking role.
let's ask the same person, for example, right? What about the fucking pythons that we have here in the Everglades? I mean, let's ask the same person, right? For example, did you know outside of wherever the fuck Africa, right? Because I don't know. I know Africa is a continent. I know Africa is a continent. It is not a fucking little country. I understand this. I'm not fucking a dimwit. I don't know where in Africa hippos are native from. Okay. I just know they're not native in fucking Colombia, South fucking America. And we have an infestation of wild hippopotamus.
They are killers
In the fucking Amazon's rivers. Okay. They are at home. Literally. They're thriving. All right. Pablo fucking Escobar, the guy who fucking, listen, he understood what it was to make a life, to make a name for himself, to change history. Okay. Not only did he change people's lives, he actually changed, dude, he imported hippopotamuses and now they're fucking wild. So it's either A, you save them. How do you save such a dangerous fucking creature, dude? That's like domesticating a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Well, it's like the people here that are like the manatees.
Oh my gosh.
There's like, oh, they're endangered. Bitch, they're not from here. They were fucking imported from like India. Yeah, you know that one, huh? Yeah. Manatees are not fucking native to Southwest Florida or Florida. They were brought here as a source of food by fucking settlers.
Manatees were brought as a source of food.
Yes.
Really? Oh, I want to try that. It must be delicious.
but they're protected and endangered.
I understand.
Like, yeah, they're not.
They're not native.
They're so the only difference is that invasive species is just different than the ones that you guys don't like. Like so they're
right?
dying off,
Yeah,
and like the pythons are thriving because of
they're
the
at
conditions
home.
here.
They're at
Right.
home.
Like look, manatees die in the winter here. Yeah, pythons go dormant. Like it's just different. So it's just but uh, it pissed me off when they were trying to kill the coyotes because it's eating the turtle eggs. Is
No,
pretty
it's
much what it got me.
yeah. You can't do that, dude. Yeah, it's like I can't go. I understand. Look at this, dude. I understand.
Right.
These guys are, there's a cat over there. It's like this is a safe haven for fucking fauna. I mean, when I saw the otters,
Reserve.
when I saw the otter flow through, I don't know if I told you, but I had an otter here for about a month, dude, and I was
Yeah.
so blessed to have seen it. Dude, that little motherfucker ate 7 ducklings right in front of me, and I couldn't do anything about it. I
Seven.
was like, oh,
Seven.
7, 7. I have pictures of the mama. Like, I was on a phone call, dude. I was on a speaker phone call, and I tried to record what was happening in front of me, dude. I was on a fucking business phone call, you know, and I I just almost cried. It was fucking insane. I
Uh,
what was happening in front of me. I saw this mama duck protect her young, attack this otter. I saw this otter, which is just a big water weasel, fucking weasel over, fucking and ching ching ching. Start, dude. One crunch. I mean, he knows exactly how to kill him. He crunched him and then he'd let him go. He crunched him and then he would let him go. And then he would
oh
come
wow.
back. Yeah, dude, straight assassinate these fucking little ducklings, dude. And then he'd come back after the mama would be like, fucking A, you killed my ducklings. And then he'd go back, boom, 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 chomp them down and eat them. He ate all 7. And then after that, the mama came towards me. I swear to Christ, dude, she came towards me, and then the otter was behind it, and she would talk to me. She'd be like, ah, ah, ah,
Help me.
ah. Dude, like, and I'm like, bitch, I'm
Yes.
sorry, I can't touch you. And then I'm like, all right, fine. And then the otter is literally at her, like, I'm like, you're next, bitch. I mean, come
Uh,
on, come on down.
time for the main course.
And then I'm like, whoa, no, come on, you already had enough, go away. And the
No.
otter literally fucking, he swam off. The next day, he just swam up and he looked at me, he gave me one of these looks like "fuck you," and
Uh,
he kept going. And I saw him, it's so beautiful, dude. Like I said, I was so blessed. He ran up the fucking canal, and I saw him attack an iguana. He fucking just chowed down on a fucking iguana. I'm like, this thing is a beast, dude. I love him. You know,
he knows what he's like. I gotta eat, bro.
So in my mind, I was like, wow, the iguanas are the chicken of the Caribbean. They fucking
That's
feed
another freaking
everybody. That's another
something else
invasive
that's
species.
it's not supposed to be here. And you
Not
don't hear
supposed
anybody
to.
crying about them getting killed. So
Only when they shit down on your fucking tree. Oh my goodness. You don't if you ever thought about an elephant flying, you do not want an elephant to fly. Not because
that's
they're so
disgusting. Thank
it's
you.
just
Uh,
oh my gosh, dude.
that's too
Yeah.
that's too
I have I've walked out on my car and gone, what just happened?
Well,
I am
I don't have iguanas in my neighborhood, so
oh
luckily.
my goodness. Yes, that is no bueno. That
Um,
is no bueno.
but I say that, and then at the office they're running around, and the office
Uh,
is literally I think it's an 8 minute drive through city traffic, which is like I don't know 2 miles. So they're right there. I just haven't seen them in my neighborhood.
yeah, they're not that far. What else, dude? Yeah, that's the only thing about the iguana. I don't mind them at all. I mean, I live with them and I feed them. I do. I
Yeah, I
know
don't feed anything but my dog. So
I
I've
feed
tried
them.
to prevent anything from coming into my yard and eating. Um, like even squirrels. Like you're not welcome in my backyard, bro. I will pop you. Dead ass. I want anything coming here and eating because like except for the black racers. There was a black racer in my backyard eating a cane toad the other day.
Nice.
I was just like, no shit.
Nice.
It's like, all right, I was like, you already had a pass because I knew you ate what I didn't like, what I don't want around rats and mice and shit like that. But he started eating those cane toads. Listen, bro, you're welcome anytime. Like, well, because I'm pretty sure that's what killed my other dog. And so
Mm.
I kill one probably once a week, unfortunately. And it's like one of the like every time I go out to take out trash, I don't know why you guys like it over there by those trash cans, but there's literally a spear next to the side door that I use to kill those. And every trash day, there's a new one in the trash can. So, but yeah, and that was a very horrendous way to watch my dog die because it fucking suffered, and that sticks with me. So I just murder them every time I see them without any type of remorse. No premeditation, nothing. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna spear you. So no, that's it. No. That is well, so it's either my child gets into one, gets fucking oozed and dies. And like, no, my dog freaking like her nervous system shut down, her liver failed, and she was bleeding out her fucking ass when I put her down. So
Isn't it the same thing as I saw a post, a neighbor's cat got eaten by a coyote, so now I have to shoot every coyote?
That's a pretty shitty way to think about it, but yeah. Yeah.
Because, I mean, I
In
don't
my
kill the
yard.
toads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't kill the toads. Like, as a matter of fact, I know exactly which toads you're talking about. And one day, dude, I was moving some rubbish, and there was a toad, and it had something coming out of his butt, dude. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I grabbed it. It was a plastic bag.
Really?
I pulled a Publix plastic bag, the whole fucking plastic bag. Just, you know how you crumple it up into a little ball and then you can put it into these things and then you can just fucking pull out a bag? That's what I did with his fucking toad. Okay.
That's disgusting.
It had a little thing. I'm like, what is that thing? And I just saw it so skinny and just like there. Bitch was dying, right? I mean, just like right there, like this, and a little bit just coming out of his fucking tootser. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm looking at this thing and I was like, I grabbed it and I was like, that's plastic. That's a plastic bag. And I pulled it, dude. I pulled out a plastic bag out of this toad's ass, dude. I dropped the fucking toad. He looked at me and he jumped. And I could tell, like, oh my God, I just saved that motherfucker's life. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So, like on the news locally, they'll tell you to put them in the freezer and kill them.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know if those are considered to be invasive or what, but they're yeah, they tell you like if you see one, put it in a plastic bag, put it in the freezer, and that's the most humane way to kill it. So, um, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I don't know
So
why. I've seen them eat the frogs. I've seen them eat
they're part of the food chain. Like I
eat
get it.
mice. They eat mice.
What?
You know? Yes, dude. They eat mice.
That's never heard of such a thing.
Dude, these fucking frogs. Listen,
They're big. Some of them are big.
they eat mice, dude. They eat fucking anything, dude. Anything that walks, they'll fucking shove it down their throat. That's why this one over here ate a bag.
That's insane.
They eat
Very large toads
anything.
eat mice.
Yes, they eat anything, dude. No. Listen,
Giant species like the invasive cane toad will
yes,
consume any moving animal that fits inside their mouth.
yes. Snakes. They'll fucking chow down on anything, dude. Anything. And it's the same thing. I noticed it. These fucking ducks. These ducks, they eat anything. Anything. The turtles, they eat anything you throw. Dude, all of these reptilians eat anything. I'm like, fucking A, dude. Ducks are fucking reptilians. Fucking. I
Is
was
that
like, holy
amphibian or a reptile?
It's more towards the fucking the toads are amphibious.
That's what I thought.
They're amphibious, but they eat. Just look at crocodiles and alligators. All these fucking, you know, reptilian type. They eat everything, dude. Birds are more reptilian type too. The way their feathers are, their bone structures.
Yeah, that's
That's
why they
why
tell you. That's why they tell you to kill them because they're fucking they're invasive.
well, so are these ducks. Fucking every animal back here is invasive, dude. I mean, what the fuck you want me to do? Oh, I saw a big ass. I saw. Holy shit! This must have been a mother raccoon because I mean I saw her. That's about 150 yards away, dude. I mean that's. I saw her about 150 yards away. I was like, what the fuck is that? And you can tell by the walk it was a raccoon, but it was the size of a fucking big ass dog. You
I've
know?
seen raccoons of the size of my pit bull.
Wow. So I
Yeah.
wasn't lying.
You're not. You're not
I'm
crazy.
not okay. Good, dude. Yeah, thank you for because I did a picture. I tried to zoom in and then it failed miserably. And I showed it to Dolly and she's like, "That's a raccoon, right?" I'm like, "I think so, but look at the size of that thing." She goes, "How far is that?" I'm like, "That's fucking far."
Yeah, the largest raccoon ever recorded was named Bandit. This had to have been somebody's pet. 70, 75 pounds.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that motherfucker just sat there and he was a fat cow,
Yeah, that's a
like
fat. That's a
yeah,
fat raccoon.
yeah. That's not a yeah. That's like a human garbage disposal.
No, that's what they are. Like
Those people that sit there on the couch and fucking
no,
are
they're
six
they're
hundred
they're
pound
trash
live.
pandas. They're called trash pandas for a reason. Like there's literally, I've walked up to the dumpster at work, and like it'll be the middle of the day, and this raccoon's like drunk, passed out, and it's just like, and it opens its eyes and looks at me and goes back to sleep. Like it's impressive, and I mean it's freaking it's hot right now. Like it's a heat index has been like 105.
Mm,
And this
so
thing's
they're
just
cooked.
sleeping in the sun, just
They're just
cooking,
cooking.
basking in the filth that it is.
Oh,
It's food coma that it just had. It's impressive, but yeah, no, they're called trash pandas for a reason. All they do is eat.
right.
But yeah, 10 to 60 pounds is what they tend to get during, right before the winter season, before they hibernate.
Well, they do hibernate. They're supposed to hibernate. What? How long? How long do they hibernate for? 2 or
They
3 months.
hibernate, probably go till spring, just like everything else. But I don't know. So I don't know if they would actually hibernate in Florida because of the climate.
That's
Up
why I
north, maybe.
ask.
Well,
That's why I ask. Because, if they say hibernate, there must be something.
this freaking camera's pissing me off again. It's like freaking going to one side or the other. As soon as I leaned over, like, man, it's freaking whatever. But it is what it is. Um, no, I was very upset about last week's video review and it not freaking taking. I was like, why? Like, why did you do? Why? And so I think I figured out that we have to do content only on the screen share, and then that way it will allow me to have. Was when I did it when I was just sharing the Google page. Both of us were on the screen instead of just me. So hopefully that'll be the winning ticket this time.
Ah, cool. Let's do it.
So, oh well, I gotta find the video that we did last week. So real fast, but oh, I wanted to show you the. So, when I create things, I usually will just create it and put it out. But there was one that I created and I created it a long time ago, and I never put it out. And then I was like going through the batches of shirts to put out, and I was like, I asked the chat bot, and I was like, should I dumb this down to set not to offend the sissies? And it was like, your brand is about telling the truth, not about worrying about offending others. Do not deviate from who you are. And so I ended up putting this out, and it's the new one of the new bestsellers, which is so
Nice.
ridiculous because like people will pull their punches and they won't say what they mean, and it's literally
Your
quitting this.
delusions are not our
Yeah,
quitting is for
and
losers. Nice.
yeah, and that's I mean, because the story behind that is, you know, how many things in my life have I quit? There's been one that I regret still to this day is when I quit playing football. And I quit because I didn't want to come back from it. And all the different scenarios that had led to this head where I wasn't getting what I wanted and I didn't see the end of it and I didn't have it between the ears to be able to endure after the injury and come back and go through it all again. Uh, it's that's where most people quit, and I quit there. This happened. This is my story. This is why. The coaches are being cocksuckers. They didn't recruit me. The staff was changed. That I was better than the person that they were allowing to play over me, and I knew it, and everybody told me. Like it was just all of these different things, and honestly, all of it was me. It was what I had going on, the story I was telling myself, my behavior. Like, there's a reason why all of this stuff was happening, and it was all me. But I couldn't accept it, internalize it, and turn it into energy, like and do what I needed to do as a result of it. And so instead of it, I just chose it to get stronger, faster, and get fucked up every fucking night. And that was my reality. So we talked about this before. It was like, the one fear that everybody should carry in their heart is the fear of giving up too soon, instead of like that's yeah, yeah. What if you quit too soon? What if like that should be the chip on your shoulder, instead of, well, this isn't fair. Oh yeah, no, it's not. But what if you're right on the edge and you decide to quit, and it should happen tomorrow, or it should have happened 6 months from now, and you quit in a month. Oh, I'll give it one more week, and well, yeah, well, it hadn't finished cooking yet. And so that's quitting for losers. Quitting is for losers is one of the new bestsellers on that website, and it is for the people who will push past the point where most people quit, where they would literally rather die. You were saying, he's like, I'm in the ground first. Fuck that. Like, that's the mentality. Like, yeah, I will fucking die before I give in. You know.
Funny. I was offered a job this week, a regular job.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah, and it was straight 100 grand a year. Great benefits. I didn't have to pay for medical or anything like that. They matched the fucking 401k up to 6%. It was the whole fucking bang and shaboodles, blah blah blah. Comes out to about grand total, maybe about $140,000, worth of benefits and shit like that, total income and blah blah blah. And I was like, all right, well, it's not bad, and they required 3 days. It required 3 days. That's in my mind. It was 3 days. It was Wednesday. It was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then it goes sometimes a Saturday. Sometimes a Saturday, but that Saturday you can do it from home. And I'm like, what do you mean? And I said, what do you mean? Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Where do I have to be? And they go like, no, you are here. So, okay, so that means I have to be there as a schedule? Yes. I said, okay, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. they said, well, how does that work? And they told me the schedule and this and that. And I'm like, you're asking for too much, dude. You're asking for 3, sometimes 4 days a week, you know?
Mm.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, it's only 100 grand. I'm like, I don't think I can commit to that. And they're like, Nest, you barely work. It's like, yeah, I know. Yeah. No,
That's gonna be a
no.
hard
No,
pass.
yeah, my buddy was like, Nest, my buddy was like, Nest, on my side business, I'm billing 40-hour weeks on my side business, and I'm doing this one that pays me 100 grand a year. Why wouldn't you want to do this? And I'm like, dude, you're asking for fucking 3 or 4 days, dude. I don't know if I can commit to that. They're like, are you serious? Yeah. I Okay, cool. All right. Later. I can't. I can't. I showed it over to Jose and I was like, hey man, look, I got offered a job. And he starts laughing, dude. He goes, you're gonna take it, right? And I start laughing. I was like, dude, are you serious? He goes, you can't be there, dude. He told me straight up, you can't be there. And I was like, you know what? Then do me a favor. He goes, what's that? I said, let's set up right now. Let's get the internet going. We're gonna build the fucking office. I mean, you already paid for a whole bunch of business cards. Like he has a lot of vested interest in my projects. I'm like, I was like, I need the internet. I need the internet. I was like, every time I'm down there somewhere in the aviation industry, I make money. So let's do me a favor. I'm up here because I have internet. But I understand that when I am away from everything, I also just relax because I know it's coming. But so if if I am forced to do something, then force me to come down here. Why? Because you have internet, and because you have internet, then I don't have a reason not to use the green screen that you have built for me, the green room that he
Got
has
you.
built. And I'm like, it's been sitting there, and I haven't used it because there's no fucking internet. And how long ago did we build that fucking green room, dude? I think we built that green room going on 2 years now.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, and I have keys to that place, and I don't go there for anything because there's no internet and there's very little limited signal. So I'm like, you know
You
what,
can't even
dude,
hotspot it.
I can't. No. So I'm like, you know what, and I need the internet to be able to edit, and I can edit on the spot. I can do this. I can do that. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I can't. So I told them I was like, we need this right now. We have a fucking we got I got money in the bank. Like I got two big projects about they haven't funded, but they're about to fund. That's no big deal. I told them I said we just had one job that come through. I was like, you're paying for business cards. You're doing this. You're doing that. I said you included me in one of your own personal jobs. All right, so you're giving me that. Thank you so much. I'm like, if we're partnering up with this thing, I was like, it's real easy. And then he goes, well, we're going to move you from Boca. I'm like, listen, my situation with my house is my situation with my house because as long as I can continue paying for it, he doesn't give a shit. And it is what it is. I'm on a month to month. I have the best landlord in the fucking world, but I love the man. God bless him.
Right.
As long as I can continue to pay, he doesn't give a fuck, dude. Just go. Cool. Have I been behind? Sure. But he'll go, are you good? I'm good. Just give me some time. He goes, all right, no problem. Boom, boom, boom. And he comes right back and God bless him again. It's been,
Yeah, that's a cool landlord.
oh my goodness, dude. It's a fucking
Because that's a
fantastic.
hell of an inconvenience to have to carry that note.
100%. Oh, yeah. 100%. The guy is fucking fantastic, dude. I am blessed to have him. I was blessed that he bought this house at a very low price. He already made his money back tenfold.
Oh
I,
yeah, it's already paid off, and
yeah.
the extent of his burden is property taxes and insurance. So
And it's not like I haven't asked him because right now we're in the middle of something like that. I was like, because he's gonna have to put some money into the house or sell it to me.
mm, and your wife wants that house, has
She
wanted
wants this house, dude.
that house. You guys have been
So
time, so that makes sense.
it's like just sell it to me. It's like so I'm working out a deal and I'm speaking it out there. That's I more than likely will be submitting a seller finance offer. I was like, dude,
Nice.
you saw the capacity, you see the money that I've made. You know,
Oh yeah,
not a lot of people can justify easily 5 grand a month.
mm.
You know, for just house payment type deal. You know, for the
And that's
last.
an income stream tax free for him too. So that's like everybody that knows about money, like that's why seller finance is very
Mm-hmm.
appetizing to people that understand it. If it's displayed
And
for
once again, and I fuck up, it's still his house.
no, he still has the collateral.
He's got full security. Yeah,
No,
it's just more money in his pocket for the. You know, it's just more of a guarantee. You
no,
know, in itself. Here's the other thing, though. You know, now it opens up something else that I understand about money. But then, you know, as far as like, you know, using whatever equity I can, you know, to try to build what I need. But anyway, that's not here to there. What else? We're talking about the. Why did we talk about the house? I forgot. I don't remember.
no. We could start talking about the green room and all that other stuff and stuff
Mm,
like
mm, mm, mm. Yes, yes, because I love his house. He invited Jose,
oh,
and
okay, that's how it got there.
yeah, he's like, dude, you, if we're working together, you might as well move down here. And he has a point. He really does. You know, Jesus, I saw his house, and it's freaking beautiful. His house has a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, uh, mini apartment inside a separate, like inside part of the unit. So he has a 3 bedroom, 2 bath home. Plus, there's a side that has a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, kitchenette, fucking mini apartment. So he's got a full kitchen and a kitchenette area. You see what I'm saying? And that door,
Yeah,
and there's a door that they can split off. So by legal code, it's a 4 bedroom, 3 bath unit. But you know what I mean? But in reality, it's a rentable fucking 1-1 or a rentable 3-2, depending on how you see it. So
yeah,
you know, so I was like, wow, that's, and they're going for cheap right now. They're going for like fucking 350, 400 grand because,
really.
yeah, I was like, now how is this possible? They're in BF motherfucking E. That's why, right? So I was like, that's the reason because everybody's fucking they're out pricing everybody else. So I was like, that's probably I understand now. So now you definitely have to now you're living out in about fucking west, or for you it would be east, out in the fucking boonies in the fucking sawgrass infested area, and now you're thinking about sinkholes and fucking all that other shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I like this Boca area, I guess. Economically, it doesn't make sense right now. But anyway,
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see where we go. With that, it's the least of my concerns. I just know once again, and this is why I say it the way I say it. As long as I can pay for this, it doesn't fucking matter. You know,
Mm.
I told her I was like, I don't know where we're going, but there comes a time when you have to think about where we're going.
All
Like,
right.
what's Gabby doing? She's moving out. She's gone, not here. She's peace out. And that's an extra $1,100 a week, dude. I think we talked about that already.
All
You
right.
know, I was like, that's somebody's salary. I mean, I was like pretty much what I was paying Nelson. Remember, fucking 2 years ago, I was paying Nelson. What was it, 1250 a week? Great. So I got another job again. Fuck me. That's where we were going, and that's where life showed me that fucking job thing. That's oh my god, that's we talking about the job because I was like, how am I gonna fucking pay for that job? And they gave me a just enough. That's exactly why it's called a job, motherfuckers. By the way, because that
Just over
90
broke.
is just over broke. Right here I am. I'm looking for a way to fucking justify an $85,000 fucking school for my daughter, fucking and then life and it goes here you go here's the job 100 grand you can pay for it here you go you said this is what you wanted right here you go I'm like, bitch, I don't need that. Shit, I need that a week. I need that a day. I don't shit. No,
Uh,
I need
that's the difference
money.
between you and the guy that I encountered on last Sunday. Is you're actually the work if you have to cover it. He's like, yeah,
No,
I'm not doing that. That's
no.
you. That's you. I'm not going to fucking do that. But you're not sitting there with your hand out either. So it's a.
Mm-mm. My wife had all the time, and I was like, when have we never? When have we never? I'm like, look, I live a fucking fantastic lifestyle. When have I never? Ever? I've always had and done and prevailed. Dude, I was like, fuck it, let's just jump. What if I couldn't fail, dude? What if I couldn't fail? Dude, I don't know. Maybe I'm retarded, but that's how I see things now. What if I couldn't fail? Why am I thinking always, fuck, dude, I hope this doesn't happen. Why am I calling that? What if I can't fail, dude?
I
Fuck it.
mean, if you take Jocko's advice, then you can't. He has a. I don't know if it's something that he came up with or whether he heard it somewhere or he said all failure outside of death is psychological.
Yes.
He's
Yes, because you gave it your all. You have to 100%. You gave it your all.
like you literally like there's no failure
Mm-mm.
unless you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like the only thing you've done is you figured out what didn't work. It's not a fucking
Yeah.
failure. It's a
Exactly.
life lesson. Is all
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
I remember I had posted that. I posted it on when I used to post quotes every day, and I was just like, "Oh, this is fire." And people pushed back on it. They're like, "Who said failure's not death?" Like, okay, Mister Entrepreneur, what if
No,
your goal is to
no,
go to
no,
heaven?
no. I'm sorry, but
It's like you guys you're missing. And if I have to explain it to you, then you're just not ready for it yet, and you're willing and ready to keep your whatever lane you're in. Like that's cool. Like you say it's over their fucking heads. What's that? No, don't worry about it. It'll come back around and buzz you again. And the next time it'll kick you in your balls, and you're like, oh, that's what that meant. Like, yeah, right there. That's what it meant.
that's basically what the government does with us right now. It's called different clearances. General Pop. General Pop.
Uh, that's a whole other can of worms because they take your money to fund things and they tell you that you're not allowed to hear about it. But like, oh, it's classified. You're not fucking paid for it. It doesn't matter. Like, bro, that's what you guys got here.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
no, it's for your own good. Why don't you let me decide that for myself? How about that? Because clearly you don't have my best interest at heart. I ask all the people that actually took the job. So well, ask the people with their pockets turned inside out as they're dying, paying for the pharmaceuticals. Like that's like, oh, you got cancer? Oh, we're gonna get rich off you. Then you can go. Like it's freaking nuts. Like, and nobody sees it. It's like, all right.
How do I increase the cancer?
Cancer. I heard something the other day. It's like, yeah, cancer's man-made. I was like, it is, isn't it?
100%.
It is created by all of the shit that we've added to our lives.
It is because if you think about that, if it's natural, if it's just us, and I've seen cases of just being out. Just
Oh, remission.
eso, gracias. Yes, that one. My English is not very good looking, right?
No.
Of remission. Why? Of just different way of eating, dude.
No.
Stop
Yeah,
fuck, what's it called? They have to starve it. Cancer eats sugar. And if you starve it from the sugar, well, then you fucking, if you just follow the ingestion, I mean, we are what we eat. We are what we see. We are what we ingest. Our world is a creation of everything that we see, that we think about, that we fucking, so why not focus on positivity, focus on bettering yourself.
Mm.
Focus on you. Focus on you. The more you focus on you, sounds selfish, I know, but it's not. It's you're doing everybody else a fucking favor because
It's,
then you're not a fucking pink or polka dot fucking grown ass fucking ball hanging fucking grown ass man thinking you're a fucking 5-year-old little girl and I'm gonna kick you in the fucking
it's
cunt.
not selfish, by the way. Like it's not. If you're focused on being the best version of yourself, it's actually pretty fucking selfless because then you become self-sufficient. And so, the same quote that everybody was wrong. Oh, you got to be selfish to be selfless. No, it's actually fucking true. Because if you were, if if I don't selfishly go out and suffer every morning and make myself stronger and healthier, then I can't provide. So,
Yeah.
and if I can't provide, what value am I to my fucking household? Like, oh, well, I don't care about the money. I just want you. Yeah, you say that to you eating dog food out of a fucking can. Like
Yeah.
it's one of those things. Like, oh, my stress. Like, look at these bills. No, see, like it's 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 all of it that comes together. It's not one or the other, and it's mind boggling. Or like, well, that's very selfish of you, is it? No, you're so selfish. You get up and go to the gym every morning, huh? Okay. Well, how about me being the best version of myself is actually the purpose that God put me on the planet to be able to provide for others. How am I a good example if I was a fat, lazy fuck to these children that I'm going to mentor? Like, you tell me that one. Well, your language is not to be desired. There's your lifestyle. So, I mean, you take it either way. Like, well, it triggers me. Don't fucking watch it. Like, it's just so many. It's so simple. Well, you should change to to make me feel better. How about you just change the channel? Right? Like, I don't go out to the Pride Festival because I don't care for it. I don't like it. Now, that's their way of life. Is it any of my business? Fuck no. So guess what? I change the channel. It's not part of my sphere of influence. It's yeah. Oh, well, you got to call me a she, sir. You have an Adam's apple. Like, I'm not gonna call you a she. You're a fucking dude. Or you packing like a 3 wood and a couple of fucking balls. So, I mean, that's not my fault. But like, you just this no, like you want to I throat punch, but like that's the deal. Is
Fucking
like that's the deal. Like, I
either
don't
that or
have to.
thump.
You can lie to yourself all you want. That's your prerogative. You have no fucking self confidence in any of that shit. But me personally, like, I tell myself the truth. And like, you have an Adam apple and some certain equipment, chromosome shit like that. You're a fucking dude. Sorry, bro. It's cool. Um, you're not ovulating. You don't have a menstrual cycle. You don't have any of that shit. So, like, cool. If something's dripping, you probably have some sort of disease that you should take care of. Like, that's not ovulation, bro. So it just I don't know. It's the point where people and like it'll piss people off when I say this. Like, you shouldn't say that. I say what the fuck I want. It's that the whole freedom of speech thing. You don't have to like it. It was like the same thing where I don't. We went into the gun show and there was a dude that had a Nazi propaganda table and the swastika and all this shit. And freaking, like, I stood there and I just like stared directly at him for like 10 minutes and he would not look at me in the face. And it's like, but that's his right. I don't have to fucking like it. And when people get so involved with whether or not they like something or not, my office is like, can we please go? Like, I just want to see if he looks at me. Because there's not a lot of them. Where it's cowards travel in packs is what I was always told. It's like we're very strong when we're a tribe, but when we're out there, like, you get picked off like a lame freaking deer. Is what would happen to you. What's that?
Also disruptors too.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. Like, when you don't have to like what people say, but they do have the right to say it. If it comes to the point where they're disrupting your life, and like you talked about, what was going on when that guy mowed down that crowd of people. It was like because if they had him hostage and they were doing their little bullshit, and then overall that changes the temperature of that environment. So
Unfortunately, for some reason, that tend of crowd tends to be more hostile. I mean, statistically,
right.
pardon me, because I mean I've seen uh, hell no, we won't goes, and the majority are people that never really got a spanking.
Well, people that are capable of violence tend to be more calm. And what I've actually noticed is like they don't see them yelling because they know what happens when the shit actually hits the fan. It's none of that loud shit.
Isn't
And
that the same thing? I'm sorry, as like boundaries, like we were talking about earlier. It's like maybe that's just them. Like maybe nobody's really shut them the fuck up. Nobody gave them a smack in the fucking mouth. Nobody
oh yeah,
really
well,
showed them. I'm so sorry.
people
I
need to
mean,
beat their kids. I
they
said it.
it's
I got my ass fucking whooped
you
a lot.
know, and that's the thing. So I mean, I told my son the other day. I'm like, how you doing? He goes, I'm like, you gotta remember, it's all in your perception. Look at how amazing your life is,
Mm,
right? I mean, you're only 22 years old. You know what I mean? Fucking kid is a hello. He's
22,
yeah, right. I mean,
freaking
Jesus,
killing it.
he's killing it. He doesn't
Well, that's it.
understand. To him, he's
Most people
struggling.
waste their 20s.
To him,
No,
he's
that's the
struggling,
thing.
dude. And
Like,
he's
well, good. He's supposed to be. Like, he's
right.
supposed to be. Like it's not struggling. He's supposed to be figuring it out right now. So everybody, like, I burned and wasted my 20s. I know so many people that burned and wasted their 20s. They went out and partied. They traveled the world. They did all the bullshit and everybody tells you you're supposed to do. You have to experience life. This motherfucker's out there fucking riding, fucking
Right.
building shit.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go through the hard period. Either you're gonna do it earlier when you have a lot less to lose, you don't have the responsibilities. So he doesn't have a mortgage, he doesn't have kids, he doesn't have all this other shit that is on the fucking plate for the person that figures it out at 40. So he's going through it at 20, and by 30, his life is going to look entirely different from every other
Oh
20
my
fucking year old that's out there.
fucking
So we look at it. It's like, yeah, why should people listen to your say, bitch? Because I fucked it up and I know it. Like, hell, I know. I didn't start working on it until my 30s. And thinking about this, I figured it out in my 30s. Other people still sleeping. They haven't figured it out. And they haven't even started. I'm 44 years old. People haven't figured out that their life isn't going to look the way they want it to in their 60s until they're fucking 50 or 60. I met a freaking plumber. I had on one of my shirts that says "earned in the trenches." Because nothing's given to you. You have to earn it in the trenches. Well, he was a plumber, and so he was just like, "What do you do for a living?" And I was like, started talking to him. He's 68 years old, 4-year-old.
and he's what, 68 with a 4-year-old.
4-year-old. Yeah, he's got I think a 4-year-old. I mean, dude loves it apparently because he's got I think he's like a 4 and a 10-year-old and a 16 and I want to say the other one was like 22. Well, he's been just and so well most people work until at least their youngest is out of the house, and he's
Yeah.
68.
He's
So
gonna die in the fucking trenches.
I mean, very, very good temperament. Freaking, he was. I met him at the gym. Like I see him there in the mornings and getting after it, crushing it. I think he brought his like 14 or 15-year-old daughter in there with him one morning, and freaking, I was like, I thought it was like a coach working with one of his uh one of his students, and it was his daughter.
Dead.
I was like, yeah, well, he's up there in age.
And so
So
wow.
yeah, yeah. So and he was just like, I'm gonna be working forever. And that's the reality. And I don't know a plumber that
It's
doesn't make good money, not one. And so
pest control fucking makes, dude, I've seen pest control. what pest control can do. If you have the if you have a way of buying into a pest control route, oh my goodness, I've seen people start from
Well, they're salesmen, so
assistants,
uh,
right? Right. So I've seen them go from as assistants to owning multiple trucks. You know what I mean? And running their own. And that's also a beautiful business that you can piggyback off of other people, piggyback off of other licenses. You can sublease their certs.
well,
You
because
know
the
what
guy that did our house, like I mean, he's jacked. I actually gave him a shirt that said "Your excuses are lies" when he was here, but he was just freaking jacked, ex-military, and he started off as an assistant, and he comes in and was like, "This is what you need." All right, cool. And he's like, "It'll probably take X amount of treatments for us to actually see some results that you're looking for." That's not a common thing, and he very good pitch sold me on the monthly subscription, which is recurring revenue. However,
I
the if I'd have kept working with him individually, then I would have kept it. But because the person that ended up filling the gap when I had some issues that I needed to be corrected, just the level of service was pretty fucking pathetic. And I went to the store and bought the shit and did it myself. After I don't know, probably 4 or 5 months, I got
Mhm.
pretty pissed off. But that's why you got to, if you got people working with you, you got to make sure that everybody's rowing the boat the way that it needs to be fucking rowed. But yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, you need granulars, but we can't put it down. It's rainy season. We need a day that it's not gonna rain. All right, that's what you say, but then I go buy the shit at the store and it tells you to water it right after you get done. So fuck you. And I went and did it myself. But he was so well spoken. The first guy, I was completely blown away. It was like combat boots, freaking shirt pockets, very personal. Made a friend immediately as soon as he came into my home. Talked to me. Attempted to remove his fucking lace up boots when he's coming to.
Into the house.
Yeah, like just hitting everything. He's like, oh yeah, just give me a second. I was like, you don't have to do that. He's like, yeah, I just want to respect your home, and then go through here and fucking does the thing. It's like, yeah, no, like that's the level of professionalism when you come into people's home and you figure out that you want to work with that person, and it's sales is still one of the greatest skills. Like I'm talking about it now, and fucking like I don't even use the service anymore, and that guy left such a good impression on me. Yeah, now apparently I'm doing it. I can't even remember where the story was going, but the fucking like the pest control people make
Oh,
he
they
had
make good money.
he had changed his life from the skills that he had developed in that industry from learning how to sell, deliver a product, recurring revenue is what I was. That's where it was going with that because this is freaking. Yeah, I don't know any of those people that don't make good money, and for him to be still working at 68, the plumber, because of his inability to pull out or use a contraceptive or something like that, then you know that's yeah, that's he's been working for fucking ever. Like until
Dude,
he's like, see,
that's
what is
that's that's
the
the one thing I don't
for
know. I don't know if that's what's going on here in my house, for example, because I noticed a while ago, hey, I don't have to work as hard anymore. You know,
no.
in order to maintain, in order to sustain, I'm like, I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I'm like, let's see where life is going to end up taking us. And now I'm noticing a lot of other factors of like, wait a moment, the only reason, like, it's funny because we ended up choosing regardless. You know what I mean? And and then I've noticed that the reason I'm here is because I'm also on Boca Bitch. It is what it is. My mind will look for reasons to why. Oh yeah, my wife loves this place. But then again, I'm like, yes, well, I kind of love it too. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be that way. But at the same time, you know, I tell her and I show her, I was like, okay, cool. But here's the thing, I don't give a shit. If we leave, if we stay, it is what it is. That's the difference. That unfortunately, the human part in me tends to overthink. Hey, what's going to happen in 2 months? What's going to happen in if the cycle keeps repeating itself? Because I mean, we have a tendency to fucking generate a decent amount of money,
Mm.
however, so often. And I told her that I was like, but that's not the idea. The idea is not to do it like this. So if the idea is now that I have to commit and I have another person, another mouth to feed, you know, before so here's what I told her. I was like, it's not just $1,100 a week. You know, Gabby used to pay the light bill $750 a month, averaging out. You know, she's like, well, we can handle that. I'm like, you don't understand. That's $2,000 a month. Excuse me, that's a $5,000 a month, dude. I was like, you don't understand. It's a lot of fucking money. You know, it's one of those things that are like, where is that coming from?
Right.
Do I need to worry about this, or do I need to say, hey, it is what it is? Because I don't want to hear anything when later on, hey, how come we're short?
No.
Because I fucking told you so, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and then they go, oh, but you didn't take that job. No, I didn't take the job because I'm not looking to get enslaved into their system. I'm telling you right now, hey, somehow we seem to have managed, and as long as we're here, we're here. It's beautiful. But you know, uh, uh, example, you need to help me with the garage. The garage is a fucking mess. I said, okay, tell me about what the garage. Look at that. All I said that all that is your shit. That's the house. That's the holiday fucking shit boxes. Well, you have that trailer over there in, and I'm like, what do you mean, what trailer? Which one? I have one that's going to be shipped out to fucking Colorado because it's not mine. That's Jose's. I'm doing him a favor of storing it right now. And then I have my trailer, which is the one that has all the fucking tools.
Mhm.
So what are we doing? No, well, you need to get rid of that trailer, and so I can put a story. So we're staying here. That's what we're doing. So Gabby's leaving, right? And if we stay here, we're paying an extra $2,000 a month just for her, just for her. Excuse me, $5,000 a month just for her. But it was an extra because
It's actually more than that. We said 1,100 a week. That's 5,500, or that's what,
that's 44.
44
That's
plus the
44 plus
700.
the
Yeah, yeah.
750. That's $5,200, dude.
Fucking hell. Yeah, on top of your mortgage.
On top of the
Or
fucking mortgage, on top of the light bill that I'm not receiving anymore, right?
that's a lot.
So those are the things. It's not so much as that's only an extra 5 grand.
And that's just the fucking base. That's not
Yeah.
even like that's not
That's not
that's just the that's this is
her
what
car. Her car just fucking broke. I'm like, who's paying for that, dude? So is that coming out of my pocket or is that coming out of hers? So
yeah.
that's why I said I'm not signing a fucking piece of paper to any institution that I'm going to be responsible for it. Gabby, it's all 100% on you. Now, I will give you as much as I can every week. There may be a week that I'll give you nothing. There may be a week I'll give you 5 or 6 grand. I don't know. I'll give you as much as I can. Promise you. But if it falls in line, you got to figure it out how to fucking eat. You better not quit your job because it's not happening. You know, if Mama Bear wants to maintain and keep there, then fucking A, then help out. Let's move. I'll go find a place over there. But
Yeah.
then, it's like, it's not about that. Oh, it's your tools. What's wrong with my fucking tools? I have a
That's how I
one.
earn.
What the fuck do you mean my tools, dude? I could open the garage right now and it's a fucking mess, and she's embarrassed about it because even the dog shits there, and she's like, "Look at this shit that I have to work in." And I'm like, "That's your fucking fault. I don't tell you to do dogs anymore." The more she sits in that fucking hellhole of hers, the more she thinks about fucking shit that happened fucking a cunt day ago. Fucking 10 years ago, 15. I remember one time in band camp, that motherfucker shoved the fucking pussy up this guy's ass. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, I remember that just like vividly. She could be making shit up. I don't fucking know, dude. But she has
That's
such an elephant memory. I could probably go, yeah, I probably did that too. What do you want me to say about that? Where the fuck did this come from? It's like, what are you talking about? Hello? It's because she shoved in that fucking. She's got nobody to talk to. So I say, so kill the fucking dogs.
it's
No
a
more
freaking.
dogs.
It's in her own head having conversations with the other person.
She's having it. Yeah, she's got a fucking. Hey! And then they ask why you're delusional, motherfucker.
I mean, we all do it. Like, uh,
Oh, of course.
so when you
I
start talking
record
to
them.
yourself, it's I figured out when you start answering the questions, it's when the problem is. When you start talking to yourself in like the third person, I always say it's always the devil, and no good will come from it whatsoever. Uh, like, oh yeah, now who do they think they're talking? Hold on there, buddy. That's not constructive. Let's go ahead and put them boundaries back on there. There's so much great shit that I listened to. He was talking about the cartoons. So you see like Bugs Bunny. He's got the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. He's like, that's real life. Like, you guys, like, he calls it the bitch voice and the boss voice. But like that's literally what your life is. It's going on. It's good and evil, and then you in the middle trying to figure it out. And it's that's probably when I heard that I was like, it's really it truly is that going on all the time. Because you have the choice that has to be made about which direction you're going to go, and you have influences on both sides of you trying to figure out which way that you need to go, and the the choice of comfort or ease into this scenario. Like you're like, yeah, fuck this. I'm not signing that paper. I'll do it the hard way. But is that really the hard way? Well, by their standards, it is because you can sign this paper and we'll go ahead and pay for everything, and then you just you don't want to do that. Okay, well, yeah, and then you finance it. You owe us this every week. Well, you know, I can't afford that. Well, then, yeah, well, then you just take the slavery option then. A good old American payment plan. We own you for the next fucking 50 years. That's what happens. And then you get the interest and everything that's involved with it. And then and that's one of the debts. Out of all the things you can claim bankruptcy on, that is not one of them. They will own you.
Nope.
So imagine that the two things that you can't write off on a bankruptcy is tax debt and fucking student loan debt. You tell me how that makes sense. So yeah. Those are the foundation of your fucking is what it is. They will own you 100%. Like you can lose your house. You can't lose your student loan debt.
Yep.
It's a very interesting.
Yep.
It sounds so much worse when you articulate it and put it in words. Like
it's here's the one thing though. I'm also understanding how and why the like for example, here I am, I'm visualizing where my school could be or should be or how it could be and blah 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 blah. Noticing because I'm not saying I'm a lay down to a lot of things, but if there's something I need to learn, I'll pay for it. I like learning from other institutions, other things. I've learned so much by paying for other people's fucking courses. Not at the fact of what the fuck I learned from the course. I learned, hey, oh shit, it's a fucking system. The funnel. How does the funnel work? And how does this go? And oh, he still follows up here and this and that. And then I start seeing those things. And well, you know what I mean. So it's with my school. I understand, like for example, this is something that you can make a significant amount of money, and this is a trade that is very lucrative. It is what it is. We have woken. We have awoken. And with that being said, the fucking this being so lucrative, well, here's the thing. I also see both sides. The lack of mechanics around the
Mhm.
world. I also see a side of robots, dude. I see a side of like of 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 they can't pay, they can't sustain. That's why there's a lot of world organizations that are building uh centers, like repair stations for like I think it was El Salvador. That country, that president built the largest maintenance repair facility in the world. And I'm thinking,
Really?
yeah, and he already has contracts. And I'm like, of course, dude, because the fucking labor is so fucking cheap.
Hmm.
They can't afford to pay everybody. I was looking at that. I was like, wait a moment, how are the people living? I don't understand, dude. I'm turning down jobs paying $100 an hour. I'm turning down jobs because it's not worth my fucking time. And I'm thinking to myself, but those guys are fucking risking day and night for fucking couple $100 a day. You know what I mean? And that's incredible fucking money,
That's
dude.
great money down there too.
That's incredible money, dude. That's incredible. You know, they're not used to this, dude. So yeah, they live. It's like I think it was Ty Lopez who said it's like rich, dude. Rich, you're only rich. Look at where you live, where you spend your
Right.
money, or how you live. You know how you spend your money. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. Just look at how you're living your life, and that determines your richness. You know, whether it again. I mean, you could be making 100 grand a year in South Florida and struggle like a motherfucker, or
Hmm.
you could be in fucking $100,000 a year living in Sao Paulo, Brazil, living like a fucking kingpin,
Well,
or,
that's not.
or Thailand or whatever the fucking.
Yeah, it's freaking nuts. And like, I was actually thinking about this week. I don't know why it popped in my head, but like the first time that I think we had made like it was like 18 or $19,000 in a month. That was a lot of money for us, and I was like really stoked. When we went out to dinner with some friends, and we paid the bill. It was like almost $500, and I was like, that's the kind of stuff that I wanted to be able to do. Now, if you take that scenario and we're not in, Southwest Florida, and I live in, South America or Colombia or somewhere overseas, Costa Rica, like how far does that $20,000 in that 1 month go? And it's like, holy fuck, like money has so much more value outside of this place. And the reason why that is just because like everybody has become gluttonous in their appetites for how much things are worth. Like you look at a freaking a car, like Honda Civic. How much was a Honda Civic when you were fucking coming out of high school? Fucking 8 grand
Maybe, yeah, I was gonna say like 10 grand.
off the
Off
lot.
the lot, about 10 grand.
Yeah, what is it now? Well, freaking 40 or something like that.
Yeah, about 30. Well, an SI,
Yeah, what is it? SI.
SIs are about 33, $35,000, maybe 40. Jesus,
Yeah, so
it's
that's just
insane.
freaking insane. Let's look at that because I'm curious because I've seen these around lately because
No,
they're
I
very
think the SI
coveted.
was the SIs were 20 something.
So this Civic Type R because I've seen a few of them driving around. The 2025 Civic Type R is $47,990 on
No
Carvana.
fucking
The
way.
2026 is 49,000, pretty much 49,000 even, and that's at the dealer.
That's
That's insane.
incredible. A $50,000 fucking Civic.
That is insane.
What does
F
that
one
mean?
fifties were like 20 grand when I was coming out of school, out
I
of high school.
remember now, but here's the one thing that I noticed, dude. Yeah, I see now a lot of the refinement in the quality of things, how things are actually finished, how they're meticulously hidden and how they work together, and those fine. I've learned to pay attention to the details. In other words, because many times, and I could be underneath my daughter's car, and I'm looking at certain things, and I'm like, oh, I understand why they did this and why they do that, and I'm like, and then you're like, oh, okay, you pay attention to the certain things, right? But I don't know why we started talking about paying attention to things. But the attention to detail with the airplanes and so forth, and then you can see how sometimes things are just fucking Mickey Moused, in different cars and so forth. Like, oh, this is a piece of shit, dude. You know what I mean? And so you expect it to fucking break. Example: my fucking microwave oven is now more than 3 years old, and the fucking door already is fucking. I have to fucking super glue that shit, epoxy that motherfucker. And I'm like, I didn't break that motherfucker. It's not like I'm slamming that fucking thing all the time. I really am not. But they're making shit so fucking retardedly now that because, oh, fuck them, let's make them buy another one every couple of years. It's that repetitive business that you're constantly looking at. So then again, I also see the other parts of the world, like for example in Mexico and Colombia and so forth, where I'm like, dude, I wouldn't buy a brand new one. I just go out and try to find somebody to fucking fix it, or how can I fix it? So I just fucking fixed it. But that's the thing is like here, no, they bake you. Over there, it's like, oh, so it's the same mentality of richness, right? Of where we live and so forth and how they live. But why are they repressed also? Because if you think about that, it's also a repressed lifestyle too, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, it's a different standard of quality, and it's what they believe the quality to be, and it's like cultural differences. And so, quality of life. Like we were watching Mission Impossible. We've been on this kick where we've been running through all the series, and the one of the ones where he's running through, I want to say it's Shanghai, and he's trying to get to his wife. And what stuck out the most was the very simple life that he was running through. All these people, older, elderly, playing mahjong, checkers, or whatever they're playing, sitting there reading the newspaper, fishing, and that was their lifestyle. It was what we would consider to be leisure. And they
Mm-hmm.
didn't look like they had very much, but they looked relatively happy and surviving, simple. And so you look at like the village. I think you sent me a reel where the guy had bartered for his food when he was selling, and he had
Mm-hmm.
caught more fish that he could possibly eat. And they went to a small community village on some remote island, and they got fruits and vegetables and what they needed to be able to sustain themselves off of what they had caught in fish. And it's like, so the difference in the lifestyle and the standards of what is acceptable and what is actually a rich life is considered to be different in other places. So if I build a cottage on the coast of Costa Rica, and I fish for my food and I have a small garden, like that's a very rich life to me. Period. Like, and it's just me being able to live and enjoy myself, and experience my life and enjoy these things. But her rich lifestyle is probably red bottoms or those ugly ass little blocks with the bow on them that she loves so much. It's like, well, they're hideous, and she's like, "How could you say that?" I was like, "Look, it's fine. Like, you think they're cute, you love them, like, whatever. That's your taste. Cool. However, like we just have different standards, like of what I think is like her life is. We need to have a Publix within fucking 20 minutes of us. I don't want to drive that far. Like when we looked at our first house, she was like, "Yeah, there's not enough shopping out here." It literally was her dispute to it. She's like, "We have to live closer to civilization," and me, I'm like, "Put me out in the sticks." Like put me on a remote beach somewhere or in the woods where nobody's bugging me, and that's paradise. And so like the French, like coffee, morning walks, wine that doesn't kill you, Like all these things are the rich rich lifestyle, right? Their bread doesn't. How do they eat nothing but fucking carbs if they're not fat and bloated? Like it's you said the Nords they wouldn't eat our food. They're like, fuck you, we're having our shit shipped in. Like there's a reason for these things. So it's like we're systematically being poisoned and sold a lifestyle that is not conducive to the human species. It is actually just a way for the fucking elites to make more money. We are cattle. They poison us. It's disgusting. It drives me bonkers. And it's like, oh, well, that causes cancer. Everything causes cancer. Age causes cancer. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, but no, it's all man made. Every single bit of it is man made. It's disgusting. And that's why you have to do your best to become sovereign, make your money, don't be a slave, and live your life to the best of your ability.
Yes, always.
Like that's all it's there. I feel like I've been ranting for like 5 fucking minutes.
No, dude. It's been fucking awesome though.
Oh man, it's already freaking 8.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
about that time.
well, my wife has already went to the grocery store and came back, and
Mine's sitting outside looking at me.
she's giving me a look. I'm surprised my wife hasn't hit me up for her morning coffee yet to be made. And I want to do the review video, but I'm gonna have to cut it short, and we'll have to do it at another time.
That works with me. Let me know when.
All right, yeah, because I want to see her before she dips out. She got to dip out in like 15 minutes. So,
all right, go give her a coffee. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, well, fucking, hey, you got to do the outro that we never have. Well, we didn't have an intro today, so you got to do the outro. Like,
I will definitely do the outro. It's very simple. Here we go. Ready? Stop. If you haven't done so right now, please like and subscribe. Please let us know where you're listening from. There should be comments somewhere. All right. And at the same time, it is extremely important for the algorithm. If you haven't done so, like and subscribe and share. Send this video to yourself. All right. Listen, if you were interested in motivation, don't come here because I ain't going to motivate you. I'll tell you exactly what you're doing wrong based on my own little principles. Even Daniel here will let you know that your excuses are lies. And as always, 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 buy our shit. Links in the downloads.
brother, we'll catch
Link in description somewhere.
oh yeah, there's a link there, and use code unfiltered15 if you're on my site. That way, I give you a little something extra.
Oh, later.